สวัสดีครับสวัสดีทุกท่านครับผมขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่งานของเราในวันนี้นะครับ Board members of PTT Group, honorable judges, distinguished guests, venture capitals, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Joe Cholawit Wongsiwa and I am so thrilled to be here today to officially kick off this wonderful event. So ladies and gentlemen, first of all, welcome all of you to DNEXT Demo Day by PTT Digital Rise ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับวันนี้ด้วยนะครับต้อนรับทุกท่านนะครับที่อยู่ณออดิทอเรียมแห่งนี้ปตทสำนักงานใหญ่นะครับรวมไปถึงคุณผู้ชมที่กำลังรับชมสดๆผ่าน Facebook Live นะครับของทางเพจ Rise Accelerator ด้วยนะครับ I am sure we are here and very ready to hear what the 15 teams are doing right now and also what they have accomplished in the last 3 months. You can say it's long for the 3 months, you can say it's so short, but actually what we are about to see on this stage will clarify that point. So just wait a little longer and we are going to see the 15 teams. วันนี้ขอต้อนรับทุกท่านนะครับเข้าสู่งาน DNEXT Demo Day by PTT Digital Rise นะครับ3 เดือนนะครับของการเร่งสปีดสตาร์ทอัพจากทั้งภูมิภาค15 ทีมที่เราคัดเลือกมานะครับจริงๆแล้วเริ่มต้นเนี่ยมาจาก36 ประเทศนะครับที่ส่งใบสมัครเข้ามาซึ่ง36 ประเทศนี้ที่ว่านะครับครอบคลุมทั้งหมด22 อุตสาหกรรมนั่นเองนะครับวันนี้ขอต้อนรับทุกคนนะครับแล้วก็ enjoy ทั้ง15 ทีมคุณสามารถร่วมโหวตกับเราด้วยอย่างที่ผมกล่าวไปข้างต้นแล้วนะครับ First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's take the first few minutes to see the digital transformation initiative being done by PTT with the video presentation prepared by PTT Digital ช่วงแรกนี้นะครับเราไปรับชมวิดีโอ presentation จากทาง PTT Digital ครับดังๆเลยนะครับนี่ก็เป็นสรุปสั้นๆ1 นาทีเท่านั้นนะครับปตท.ตั้งใจเสมอนะครับไม่เคยหยุดนิ่งที่จะผลักดันทุกอุตสาหกรรมนะครับให้ก้าวไปโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งทุกวันนี้ทุกอย่างเปลี่ยนแปลงอย่างรวดเร็วนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, next I would like to invite the PTT's Chief Technology Officer and Engineering Officer to further elaborate on PTT's plan on digital disruption world under the topic Rising Above Digital Disruptionขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆต้อนรับคุณชาญศิลป์ตรีนุชกรครับ
สวัสดีครับ Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm welcome to PTT Auditorium and PTT Group. On behalf of PTT Group and on behalf of Chairman of PTT Digital, today I am proud to be here and I think this is a very exciting and very important event, not only for PTT, it's for Thailand, for the world. Because in this room, maybe sometime we can create something for the new of the world. Why not? Why not all of the DNEXT, all of the team cannot do that? I think we can do that. You believe that? If you believe that, please take your hand. And I think this is a very important event because of MD Olawadi and the board of digital talk with me when I was the chairman of the PT Digital. I think this is a very good idea and it's very good to promote and support the whole of the world, not only in Thailand, but in Thailand we have a good team too, to produce and to create something. And PTT Group, we have a lot of pain point and a lot of use case. You can use us. And we can bring everything come together. Not only 15 demo, we have 300 team, we have 300 friends, we have 300 ecosystem. Why not? We have more than that. Why not? We don't have only 20 industry. We have a lot of industry in the sector. Not only industry, we have trading, we have service, we have logistics, we have many things. We need you to show that one. We need you to have a very efficiency one, better one, faster and better and cost effectiveness, everything. Please do that. Welcome to PTT Group. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much คุณชาญศิลป์ ตรีนิจกรนะครับ PTT Chief of Technology Officer and Engineering Officer. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have another VVIP to join us on stage. Please welcome the PTT Digital Managing Director under the topic The Success of DNEXT คุณอรวดีโพธิสาโรครับขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆต้อนรับเธอครับ
สวัสดีนะคะ Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of PTT Digital Solutions, it is my great honor to be part of the DNEXT Demo Day 2018 today. At this moment, I would like to talk about the success of the DNEXT program, our first accelerator program of the PTT Group, which conducted by PTT Digital, RISE, Regional Corporate, and Startup Accelerator. DNEXT is an open door for regional and global startups to reach new opportunities in Thai energy leading conglomerate like PTT, and also for us to understand how the startups work. That's very useful for our people. We conducted roadshow and open for startups to pitch their opportunity in 5 countries in Asia, from many countries, for example, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Thailand. We start this program from January until today. So to pitch, to explore the interested team to join our program is around more than 300 interested team that apply to the program, and then we selected the 15 teams to join us in our boot camp in June 2018. And during the time of the boot camp, PTT Digital and RISE hosted the boot camp and brought the 15 team to meet the many mentors that had a well experience from various industries, not only in PTT Group, but also the company outside. And they can scale up their business technology and also how to understand more on the business. In order to know how it works well from their solution and make it happen in the real industry. Furthermore, I think to working with startup, it is our good capability built up for my people to recognize how entrepreneurial mindset in startup way and adapt it to the speed up our productivity of their work and also their method to reach the new business model and solutions. Finally, the next program got support from many groups in PTT Group, especially from Kun Chan Sin, who is our boss and also the chairman of PTT Digital Solutions. And also many thanks to every party, our group, customer, partner, PTT Digital team, and RISE team. venture team and all of Inspirer who are sitting here in this hall today. I'm very hopeful that today is not the closing ceremony, but it will be the beginning of creating next meaningful things for PTT Group, which we can own purposely and proudly to be part of the co-creation. So let's join the demo day today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kun Aravadi Potisaro, the PTT Digital Managing Director. And also we have one more very important person who made this event possible and the whole 3 months and all of the programs we have been through. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome RISE Chief Operating Officer คุณหญิงจิตติพัฒนกุลชัยขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับเธอด้วยครับ
Hi everyone. So thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm so excited and I'm so happy for you. The next team, where are you? Where are you, the next team? Yeah, so many people are here to support you, okay? So, first of all, let me thank you Kun Chansin and Kun Aravadi from PTT Groups, okay, for their support and their initiative today, okay? Without them, we won't have it today. So for the past 2 years, RISE team, we have been working very hard in order to bridge the startup and to cultivate corporate mindset about how to innovate faster and how to adapt to the changes that happen daily. And we have collaborated with the partners across the regions. We have an opportunity to work with the startup closely from different countries. So that's how we find out that the startup from ASEAN are very powerful. And they are so powerful that sometimes it is very hard to track about the growth. And just the beginning of this year, the GDP growth rate for the ASEAN, Southeast Asia, hit 5.6%, which is a very big percentage comparing to other regions. Okay? So we realized that the tech market, the tech hub in ASEAN is so massive. It's not only massive, but also very innovative. And undoubtedly, there's a lot of funds coming into Southeast Asia, okay, from all over the world because they see these opportunities. And Southeast Asia is also forecasted to bring about $200 billion by 2025. And with these figures, that leads us to the launching of the DNEXT program by PTT Digital and RISE. With this program, we bring together 15 startups from 7 countries with 14 different industries. And for the past 3 months, these startups, they work together, boosting one another's strengths, overcome each other's weaknesses, and they drive together with the same passion. So that's very happy for us to see that outcome. And this kind of relationship is very inevitable in nowadays world. So it is so true that co-creation is more important than competition nowadays. And because of the above reason, the corporates are now interested to work with the startups, with the entrepreneurs. The reason why? Because they know that these entrepreneurs have more freedom to work with the technologies and they are more customer focused. And the corporate who have a chance to work with these entrepreneurs, they will always keep on top of the market development. That means they will be always the first to explore any new technologies and innovation. And of course, working with the startup, okay, they also create a chance to create the new revenue streams and the business units. So with all these benefits that corporate find, okay, the corporate will never hesitate to work with the startups. But on the other hand, for the startup who want to work with the corporates, you have to work very hard. Okay? You have to do a lot of study. So let me give you some tips about how to work with the corporate. So first, the communication. Communication is very important. The more you communicate with the corporates, the more you understand them. The more you understand their expectation and understand their process. And it is also a way to find out their real problem. When you know the problem, you can come up with the solution that fits them most, okay? And second, be proactive, be active, be initiative, and creative. Okay? Always come up with a new solution, new idea. Even sometimes you might be turned down, but you need to come up with something that new and valuable to the corporates. And last but not least, you need to be confident in yourself. Okay? Believe in what you are doing and be proud of your own startup. Be proud of your own team. Sometimes it could be very frightening sitting in the middle of the room with 20, 30 people in the boardroom, in the meeting room. And I know that some of you has experienced that already, all right? But you need to be confident of who you are and what you are doing. So keep that in mind, right? And as Kun already has said that today is not the end. It's not the end of the program. In fact, today, the demo day, is the beginning of the new things, okay? From today, you will enter into the alumnihood, and there's a lot more to see, a lot more to do together, okay? Even you fly back already, but still there's a lot to do with us. Right, so before I leave, I would like to thank every people for making this happen, especially Kun Chan Sin, Kun Arawadi, and all the PPT groups for your support and your vision. Thank you so much. Okay. So not only them, our honorable speaker and mentors who dedicate your time in the boot camp for the period of 3 months, you have shared a lot of valuable knowledge and experience to our teams. Thank you so much. And many of you are here today. Thank you for coming. Right. And of course, okay, digital, PTT digital team and RISE team for your hard work. Where are you? Believe me, we are one of the best team, okay? Thank you so much for your work. And of course, last but not least, okay, without any further ado, the DNEXT team, 15 DNEXT team, okay? Thank you so much for flying all the way here and spend your time 3 months with us here in Bangkok. Thank you so much, ค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ
The DNEXT program is been good in Thailand, and next is the future. We can do together, can stay together to do something, the new solution. We try to build the ecosystem and develop the new solution and use the advance of digital. Come together because PTT we have experience more than 40 years and we have a new idea. With PTT Digital support this one.
PTT Digital, now we are the flagship in digital for PTT Group. This is the vision of the PTT Group. PTT Group would like to be the leader in the technology and innovation. To continue our business to be sustained, we should have a new business beyond energy business. So that's why PTT would like to explore more. That is the key enabler to build a new S-curve for PTT Group.
So this time RISE is going regional. We pull in like prominent startup in each country to bring them to Thailand. And then we have the unique program for the boot camp for 12 weeks, whereby we will helping them to learn the culture, learn to do how the business in Thailand, connect with the corporate partner and also the PTT group, and also helping them doing those PR and marketing stuff so that they can really start a business, real business.
สุดยอดมากเลยนะครับ A lot happened in 3 months. I got emotional already just watching this video. So thank you both team and all of the 15 teams joining us. So let's not wait any longer, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to start by introducing you our panel of judges today. Ladies and gentlemen, the first one, the Senior Vice President Transformation Excellence PTT GC ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับคุณฉัตรสุดา การจนรัตน์ครับ Next is the Senior Vice President for Technology and Knowledge Management Division PTT EP Dr. วินิต หานสมุทรครับ Next is Espresso Team Lead PTT คุณกวีวุฒิ เต็มภูวพัฒน์ครับ The fourth judge of today will be the partner at 500 Tuk-Tuks คุณกระทิง พูนผลครับ And also we are so lucky to have the managing partner at Monks Hills Venture คุณโกยีลิม ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับท่านด้วยนะครับ Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have the program director at Vietnam Innovative Startup Accelerator คุณ Adrian Tan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. I'm just gonna remind you a little bit of the rules of pitching today. Each of the team, we have 5 minutes sharp to pitch their ideas, and the judges, we have another 5 minutes to have the Q&A questions. Also, all of us are going to be one of the judges because we are going to select one favorite startup to win the fan favorite award at the end of today. So the QR code going to be shown up sometime during the pitching today. So please scan it and it will link you directly to the link of Zip event. You can choose your most favorite startup by that website. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first team coming up today is developing the technology regarding Internet of Things and machine learning, focusing on identifying how much of the energy being wasted in one industry. And the system and the whole thing takes only seconds to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Evercom ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับด้วยนะครับทีมแรกของเรา Evercom ครับ
Good afternoon. My name is Ted. I'm the co-founder of Evercom. And today I'll be talking to you about how can we better manage equipment and your high-value assets. Sorry. Can we get the next slide, please? So a little bit about us. We are one of the fastest growing energy IoT startup in Singapore. We were actually invested by Nanyang Technological University, which ranked 12th in the world. And right now, we're being recognized as one of the digital pioneers by the Singapore government, piloting a lot of the digital solutions at the smart cities level. So some of our clients include GE, Global Foundries, McKinsey, and etc. So the real challenges of technology is it gets really complex really quickly when you scale. So across all classes of technology, consistently, you have about 13% opportunity for improving energy efficiency. But when you scale this number up to a crazy number like 50 billions, which is the amount of technology equipments that currently the world uses to keep the world running, it becomes very, very difficult. And the challenge is how can we identify these hidden energy wastage in a matter of seconds? And more complicated, how can we figure out what's the combination of technology that works for your environment, for your constraint? And this is what we set out to solve. So give you a little scenarios. How long does it take for one person to process 1 week of data from one equipment using Excel? The reason I say Excel is because a lot of our engineers were still using Excel. It doesn't matter how big the company is, right? And on average, for small factories, it'll take up to 2 days for one person to process 1 week of data. Right? For oil and gas sites, it can take up to 200 to 600 days just to process 1 week of data. And the costs you see here are actually based on minimum wages, which the reality is a lot of the corporations are paying PhDs to do this kind of work. Right? So the challenges for digitization is how can we sustain this after we do the digitizations? So what we have done is we have developed a tool and an application that combines domain knowledge and big data analytics. So what happened is when you put in data for a particular equipment, you can quickly analyze and they will tell you, is this equipment good or bad and why? Right? And so far, this application, we have made sure that it can run standalone. It also supports Huawei Cloud and Amazon Cloud. Currently, we're working with GE to port it to GE Predicts platform as well as SAP. So this is the pilot we kickstarted with PTT in early June. This thing you see right here, this is some of the data you see in the gas turbines. They have around 300 parameters in real time, right? So using machine learning in one gas turbine, engineer has to quickly identify what's the issue there. And we can quickly isolate what are the top parameters that leads to performance, failures, or energy efficiencies, right? The moment you start doing this using machine learning, next we combine with domain knowledge and start to classify into different type of technology and different type of brand, right? So as an engineer, you can right away compare GE gas turbine with Rolls-Royce gas turbine or a particular chiller vendor with another, right? So the knowledge start to begin sitting inside the organization. So this is what we do. And the pilot we're currently running with PTT Innovation Institute is at one glance, you can see in this building what are the assets available in these organizations, and you can visit these equipment profiles. And I can show you a comparison between this system and your existing system. What you see is, all the data with one particular equipment owner. But what we do, we're not trying to replace them, we're just integrate them and allow knowledge to grow within the organizations, because it is very important to know how to manage technology instead of continually relying on vendors. So one of the reasons that we can do it is because as a Singapore startup, we're well connected to the global knowledge ecosystem. And PTT serves as a very important partner for us to build up our domain knowledge in the oil and gas sectors. And we work very closely with PTT Innovation Institute on that. And of course, when we look at the Thailand market, we do not want to be biased. So other than the POC we have done with PTT, we also talk to many players in Thailand to understand whether the problem we're solving is global or is just for a particular player. And I'm happy to say so far the problem we deal with is really scaled across Thailand and also other industry in other parts of the countries. So in a matter of 3 months, we actually committed 6 resources to the program. And then we have made more than 30 trips during the 3 months. This shows how committed we are to the program and to the Thailand market. These are some of the pictures throughout the whole 3 months. So finally, what's next? What do you do after you have these equipment profiles? Equipment profiles help you be able to manage your internal knowledge better and faster, right? But the real opportunity is, how we can work with the PTT Digital team to define a common data knowledge for pump, for chillers, for gas turbines, right? To allow data to quickly integrate within an organization. And the real opportunity is the 500,000 manufacturing SMEs in Thailand, which does not have access to these knowledge, right? The package we're putting together is 100 type op per sensor. The moment we deploy, you can quickly identify opportunities, and the partners can quickly go after. This is the way that we see to scale energy efficiency at the much larger scale. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, that's the first team, Evercom. Coming to our judges, please.
Can you talk a bit about how you work with company like GE to provide solutions to your customers?
Sure. We're actually part of the GE digitalization program. So we work with GE Digital very closely. And what we work with them is GE, obviously, they have their own gas turbines. So we are working with them by analyzing those gas turbine data. How can we quickly help them identify what are the top 6 factors, just like what I show, in particular gas turbines. And for this, we built very closely with their GE engineers to see how can we roll this out into the Predicts platform, etc. So the domain knowledge and the big data capability is something that we work closely with GE to develop also for particular gas turbines type of assets.
Can you talk a bit about what exactly is proprietary to you and what is specifically your IP?
Sure.
Is it in the algorithm? Is it in domain knowledge plus the algorithm? Exactly what is it?
So one of the things is currently patent pending is our ability to validate data, right? A lot of the challenges in analyzing big data analytics is that a lot of the data you get is not good enough, right? The moment you start using these weird data into your models, it all goes crazy. So we have a model based on thermodynamics to quickly validate data. So only if the data pass through our validation engine, then we start doing big data machine learning on it, right? So this is a data valid engine is our IP, but also how do we integrate different types of domain together? For example, for us to analyze GE gas turbines, that's the first time we're doing it, right? We have to dig deep into the Singapore ecosystem, to the PTT research ecosystem, to really understand how do you build that model around. But once you build once, you can really apply to any type of gas turbine type. For chiller, for example, we have built one model that is applicable for electric chiller, absorption chiller is all the same. So the challenge is how do you build that first and how do you analyze the data in the beginning?
I believe these kind of technologies, other people also working on it.
Yes.
And in terms of competitors,
Sure.
how do you look at them?
So the challenge is really how can you scale quickly and how can you have the size, the value, and the equipment profile quickly. So one of the way we did is in our previous Series A round, we closed an investment with one of the largest OEM providers. So that allows us to do is to really push us down our sensor cost to very, very low, right? So that we can really go after the market and acquire these equipment profile. For example, what we're working in Singapore right now is we're putting together a bundle so we can roll out to tackle 1,000 SME next year, right? SME is one of the biggest challenges that MNCs are struggling to tackle because of cost. And that's exactly what we're solving. For Thailand, the cost is even more tricky to solve. That's why we're working with local SIs, with PTT business unit to see how can we bring the sensor cost down to 100 Thai baht per sensor. Nothing else, no system, no nothing. Just the moment you put 100 Thai baht per sensor, you can start analyzing these data in larger value. I think that is the real trick for the industries.
Thank you very much. Any further questions? Okay, ขอบคุณมากครับ ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ Thank you so much, Ted Chen from the first team, Evercom. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you once again, each team we have 5 minutes. The clock will tick backward and is shown up here for the picture coming up here on the stage. And also the judges, we have 5 minutes to ask the question in the Q&A session, and all of you can be one of the judges by voting through the applications as well. So coming to the second one, this is the HR technology that allows employees to enjoy their life working in their office throughout the real-time games and activities platform. Okay, let's find out more from this team, Up application or Up app.
The future of work. We are so worried that robots are going to take over our job very soon, but we forgot who truly matters now. It's you, and you, the people we work with every day. In fact, $600 billion is lost in productivity every year because of disengaged employees that are now at 70%. Our mission in the app is to unlock 1 million badges in the next 3 years. These badges represent a task completed, a milestone achieved, but it also represents an employee that is recognized and rewarded for a good job. With that, we are hoping to contribute in improving productivity and, most importantly, the employee well-being worldwide. Good afternoon. My name is Paul.
My name is Tom.
We are from Up app. So, Tom, how does Up app work?
So, a manager assigns an employee a task. A progress bar is then created within the employee's application. As the employee completes 10, 20, 50% of this task, badges are unlocked. These badges represent points. The points act as a currency system and can be used in our application's rewards market to unlock items such as Starbucks coffee, international flights, electronics, and many more.
So you mean I get rewarded real time if I do a good job and I can choose my own reward like makeup?
Absolutely.
Perfect. I like that. Is there anything else?
Yes. So aside from visualizing these milestones, HR departments and managerial staff have access to an analytics and data dashboard where they can have a comprehensive overview of individual and group performances within the company. We also have a communication dashboard where news announcements and relevant content can be posted and made accessible to employees real time, as well as an instant messaging platform for efficient individual and group communication.
So basically you have an in-house newsfeed and messaging system for work.
All in one.
Perfect. But aside from tracking and rewarding employees real time. Does UpUp app help employees achieve these targets?
Absolutely. So we have an e-learning component tied in with coaching and mentoring. Employees can self-train through e-learning materials, whilst managers simultaneously are notified when their employees need their support the most.
So the managers get triggered if an employee is not performing as expected.
Correct, based on the employee's actual performance.
Girl, this must be expensive.
Well, we created 2 versions of the application. The first version is a public version, which is free to the first 5 users within a company and $3 per user per month after that. You know about the premium, Paul?
Oh yes, I know about the premium. Our premium version is fully customized. We designed the app, the UI, the UX, and even additional features depending on the client's demand.
We have 38 companies which we are currently onboarding for a demo of the premium application. We have 3 premium clients, and we just released the public version last week, which already has 120 companies registered and 1,000 plus users.
And we're number 6 in the Play Store. Thank you everyone for whoever downloaded it so far. We also have distributors in countries like Vietnam, Czech Republic, Myanmar, and the Philippines. Here in Thailand, Tom, what's our focus?
Onboard PTT Digital.
Correct.
So we are currently seeking an $800,000 investment to expand our presence further and open physical offices in countries like Indonesia and Singapore, where we already have a public user base. Majority of this financial investment will go towards growing our tech team and further establishing AI and neuro-linguistic programming within the app.
So in a year's time, you can do voice commands for task assignments and even reports. Our founding team has a track record of opening and creating companies across Southeast Asia with hundreds of employees and still currently around the market.
We have been recognized in international startup competitions across the globe, including South Korea, Turkey, Thailand, and Vietnam.
So on behalf of my team, thank you very much and have a good day to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was fab. Okay, coming to our judges.
Hi, there's quite a lot of apps that are out there that you know, there's more for gamification and all that. So how do you differentiate yourself from the noise? You know, like it seems like you're a bit of Slack, a bit of Workplace, and a little bit of like, you know, batch unlocking, right? So how do you differentiate yourselves for potential customers?
Yes. So when we designed the app, we looked at the market in terms of performance management systems, PMS, and also employee rewards and recognition. There's none in the market so far that ties rewards and recognition with performance. On top of that, the performance management systems that we're following is the one that Google, LinkedIn, and Facebook is using. It's called OKR systems. So we're infusing this modern way of tracking employees, and surprisingly, that's also one of what the big companies are using right now, so it's easier for us to explain how it works. So as a differentiator, that's that, real-time performance tracker and a new performance management systems.
Can you elaborate a bit more on the pain point that you're trying to solve and how you're going to solve that?
Yeah. So when we created the app, we asked ourselves, why are people leaving? So my job before this for 5 years was handling the marketing department of the biggest job portal in Vietnam with more than 4 million users. So in the last 2 years, I see a massive movement of employees, especially in the millennial generations, moving from one company to the other. So when we started doing research 2 years ago on what's causing this, there are 4 things. 1, people want to be recognized for a good job. Number 2, there's no proper goal setting in most companies. People come in the office and don't know exactly what to do or what their targets are. Number 3, millennials want to be rewarded and recognized right away. They don't want to wait end of the month for a monthly meeting and say, hey, congratulations for a good job. If they did a good job now, they want to be recognized and rewarded real time.
You already have a lot of customers. Tell us the feedback from the customer in terms of job improvement or anything.
Yes, sir. We actually just launched 4 months ago, the premium version. The 38 demos right now is 4 months work. A lot of our feedback are on additional features. We have a client, for example, currently using the demo Gameloft, which is a French gaming company, and we learn a lot from them. We gave them the premium version of the app, and they add additional features, et cetera, that we also add to the public version of the app.
Are you able to do the advanced analytics on character of employee or behavior of the employee also?
Currently, our analytics is designed. We have 7 to 8 metrics for our premium client. We are focusing on recognition, types of rewards, and activity in the app. Just last Sunday, actually, we started doing AI. So we're going to go into deeper analytics within the next couple of months. Yeah.
It seems like the success of something like this depends on how well the objectives are set up,
exactly.
the OKR.
Exactly.
Does this help the managers to set up objectives correctly? How often do the objectives get set?
Exactly.
That it matters and it's not once a year or once a quarter or once a week or once a day.
Correct. So for performance management systems, there are different types of performance management systems. For example, your quarterly or your annual reviews, those are different purpose. The purpose of the app is to provide focus, which is also aligned with OKR systems. What we encourage managers is say, just focus on 3 targets. Tell your employee these are your 3 focus for this month, and that's what you're gonna achieve. What we do in onboarding customers is we have a workshop for OKRs, because not all companies, big companies like PTT, for example, they're very well-structured. OKR is already there, so they're very easy to put in the app. But for companies that are not using OKR yet, we have an onboarding process that we follow, where we give them briefing on how OKR works.
พี่กระทิงไหมครับโอเคนะครับผมขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ Thank you so much Ababab Great job done Alright coming to the third team this is smart maintenance system for factories and we keep the equipment maintained well and up to the standard level so ladies and gentlemen let's keep it up for the startup from Thailand Stone Lab ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับด้วยครับ
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the CEO of STEMstone. You know this guy, Charles Darwin, one of our greatest scientists. This guy has found the law of the survival. Who will survive in the competition world? Not the strongest and not the most intelligent, but the one that and adaptable to the change. So now the world has changed. So we are on the wave of the revolutions. The question is, are we ready to absorb this change? So the maintenance system is the one of the difficult system in the factories, and it is one of the worst technology system in the factory tools. We found more than 95% of Thai engineers still working on the paper and stationary PCs. And it's caused the system inefficient. They lost around 5 to 10% of the uptime of the machine to the repairings. So the world needs the smarter solutions. Market and market researchers estimate the market size of the maintenance software is around $3.4 billion last year. And we're growing up to $6 billion in the 2022. So we is the one of these solutions. SystemStone is a smart maintenance with the simplest idea. We need to work with the mobiles. Let's see what we do.
SystemStone คือระบบบริหารจัดการงานซ่อมบำรุงผ่านมือถือที่มีระบบสรุปแผนงานที่กระชับและใช้งานง่ายเรามีระบบสร้างและจัดการแผนงานซ่อมบำรุงที่ใช้งานง่ายผ่านเว็บเบราว์เซอร์และสามารถเข้าถึงแผนงานได้ด้วยอุปกรณ์พกพาที่หน้างานได้อย่างคล่องตัวและยังมีระบบเก็บข้อมูลผ่านมือถือที่มีประสิทธิภาพช่วยให้วิศวกรหน้างานสามารถเรียกรายการตรวจแบบดิจิทัลทั้ง AM, PM, Inspection มากรอกข้อมูลผ่านมือถือได้อย่างรวดเร็วเก็บประวัติการทำงานให้โดยอัตโนมัติช่วยวิศวกรให้ปิดงานได้อย่างรวดเร็วลดเอกสารและงานซ้ำซ้อนได้อย่างมากฝ่ายผลิตหรือพนักงานทั่วไปสามารถติดตั้งแอปพลิเคชันบนมือถือเมื่อมีเหตุการณ์ไม่คาดฝันสามารถถ่ายรูปและกรอกข้อมูลการแจ้งซ่อมได้อย่างทันท่วงทีระบบจะทำการแจ้งเตือนโดยการส่ง push notification ไปยังวิศวกรที่เกี่ยวข้องเพื่อให้เข้ามาดำเนินการซ่อมให้เร็วที่สุดมีระบบช่วยในการตรวจสอบและเบิกอะไหล่และยังช่วยอัปเดตความคืบหน้าของกิจกรรมไปยังผู้บังคับบัญชาอัตโนมัติด้วยระบบ IT ที่ทันสมัยที่สุดจะช่วยให้ประสิทธิภาพการทำงานเพิ่มขึ้นรวดเร็วและคล่องตัวทำให้การบริหารจัดการงานซ่อมบำรุงเป็นไปได้อย่างสะดวก สามารถตรวจสอบและประเมินผลได้อย่างแม่นยำและทันท่วงที
So this is what we do. All 100% digital on the world systems. And after we working with a lot of customers, we can do the amazing statistic. We can transfer the world system in just 5 days. We can training the engineer in just 1 hour, and more than 90% of engineer is certified with our platforms. System Stone charging the customer based on their size. We charge $100 per account per year, cheaper than the Western solutions, around 14 times. So after we set up the company for 2 years, we use 1 year for the product development, and now we have 31 customers in our pilots and more than 200, including these big guys. And we have more than 1,200 accounts of the engineer in our systems. For the next program, we do the POC with the customer service. We let the end user in the Amazon Cafe use our platform to work with the customer service. And the result that they can work as sales. In another way, we have requests with the gas separations and the storage team to integrating our platform with the SAP. And with working hard with the digital team, we successful to integrating our platform with the SAP. Now, System Stone need to adopting to the new technology tools. We have planning to integrating our platform with the AIs, industrial IoTs. We need to do knowledge sharing, and we need to integrating marketplace insights. And we plan to grow global in the next years. If you are one of these, we are looking for research partner for the new technologies, technology early adopter, strategic partners, and strategic CVC. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much เชิญท่านกรรมการนะครับ
Can you talk a bit about your team?
Today we have 11 members in the team, but the founder is only 4. We have 5 developers.
Can you talk a little bit about that experience?
Our team is specialist on the mobile developing, and for me, I am specialist on the measuring systems in the factories.
You said in the last slide that you plan to go global in 2019.
Yeah.
So basically it's another 5 months. So what is your plan?
Actually, we have a request from the America and India on our websites.
Who are they?
Sorry?
Who are they?
The factories, they name Microns. They register on our websites. Maybe they're searching on the Googles. But we are not ready because we don't know how to demo with them, how to transfer the system.
I see. So you're saying that you want to go global in 2019,
Yeah.
and someone basically search Google and find your website and set a request, and
Yeah.
you just said you're not ready to pitch them.
Yeah, we're not ready to support them. So we need to prepare everything in this year. And the next year, we need to try to acquire the customer outside the country.
Yes please
What's your unique value proposition compared to your competitors? Because there seems to be other apps that are doing like Inspector Rio that raise money from Techstars, that's doing like supply chain inspections and all that. So what's your unique competitive advantage?
Yeah. We design this platform for collaborations in the futures. We believe in the future the factory can sharing their knowledge of the maintenance, the knowledge of repairing together. So our back-end structures can allow them to do that. They even can share their spare parts together, or even can find some service partners on our platforms. So I think this is a difference.
So you have a marketplace on your platform for them to connect to their service providers? Is that something that you want to do?
Yeah. We already designed the system to be that, but nowadays is not activate that solution. Yeah.
มีท่านอื่นอีกไหมครับโอเคถ้าไม่มีนะครับขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับผมทีมที่3นะครับ นอกจากจะเป็นเรื่องของการ maintenance ในแต่ละบริษัทแล้วนะครับในอนาคตยังแพลนได้ว่าอาจจะมีการแชร์ข้อมูลต่างๆได้ด้วยนะครับ Coming up next to the fourth team, ladies and gentlemen, this is the technology that help business owners to increase the effectiveness of the business, how they can increase the sales, and how they can deal with their customer better. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the startup from Malaysia, Sales Candy. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับ Sales Candy ครับ
Sawadee krab.
Sawadee Thon Vai.
Hi, my name is Jeff.
I'm Stanley.
And we're the co-founders of Sales Candy.
So the problem that we found when we co-founded Sales Candy is that if you are in the market, like Alex Yap, to buy a property, a mortgage loan, to apply for a mortgage loan, or to get into education courses, you may come across ads all over the place, online, on Facebook. And if you click on the ads, you may land up in a page similar to this, which we call an online inquiry form. You leave your name, phone, and email, and you inquire. And basically, you wait there for the sales team to contact you. Before Sales Candy, it takes up to 14 days before they get their first call. And we found this consistent behavior across Southeast Asia. There's a Harvard Business Review that was done in 2011 that actually say if you were to contact your sales leads, online sales leads particularly, after 1 hour, your chance to qualify dropped by 7 times. And if you were to contact them after 24 hours, 1 day, it dropped by 60 times. With further studies that happened for the last 7 years, it actually further reduced the windows into the first 5 minutes of the golden windows to contact the sales leads. And that's what we do. As Sales Candy, we actually enable that to happen. When the leads were submitted online, we immediately route it to a salesperson that's available to make a call immediately. And if that call, if the salesperson is not available to pick up that lead, it will be auto-rerouted to another salesperson until someone pick it up. And with this, we ensure that the call can be made within 5 minutes. In a nutshell, when we compare Sales Candy to any other system in the market, the first action, we reduce that from 1 to 2 weeks all the way down to less than 5 minutes. Almost all of our clients are performing at 4 to 5 minutes for first call right now. The lead management system approach that we do, instead of record-based, based on what they say they have done, we go all the way to action-based. And then the sales team management from reactive to problem being proactive to problem. And of course, the marketing campaign would be from lead-driven all the way to sales-driven.
So who are our customers, right? So at the moment, we're serving corporate customers ranging from property developers, banks, insurance, and education. And somewhere in like August and end of August, we're actually launching our self-sign-up model, whereby we allow any SMEs to actually apply for instant routing algorithm instantly on our website. So what is our traction so far, right? When we first started, it was back in August 2017 when we launched our MVP. And since then, we actually has raised about $355,000 US through a crowdfunding platform. And when we first started back in August, we only were like a 4-man team. And subsequently in February 2018, we grew to a 14-man team. And now we're almost a 30-man team. So we're growing very rapidly over a short period of time. So it was just about, I would say about 9 to 10 months that ever since our MVP came out. So here's some of the press release that came out a few months ago. And then we also, subsequently to us winning this Honor Band Launchpad back in Malaysia, we also managed to get them as a client as well. And then we also have like an ongoing partnership with Google Malaysia as well, where we actually equip some of their sales staff to help sell Sales Candy side by side together with their Google lead gen products as well. And so we also recently got invited to the top 100 Edgeron E27, and we recently won the Digi Innovation Award as well. And so this is actually some of our clients at the moment, majority of them being property developers, some coming from banking, some coming from education, right? And this is actually how we charge our clients. So we actually charge based on the number of salesperson that's using it on the app itself. So let's say it could range starting from 10 salesperson all the way up until big clients like banks and insurance where they use it for up to like 500 salesperson to even 1,000 salesperson. So we actually charge based on monthly subscription, and we charge based on the number of salesperson that's using it on the app. So what are the results so far across these 3 months that we've been using in this DNEXT program? is that we've met prospects coming from Sansiri, Ananda, True as well, True Corporation, and then Fit Auto and also Cafe Amazon. We also met banks like Casicon and also Krungsee Bank as well. And we also met with AIA and we also met with Allianz as well. So out of these prospects that we met, we managed to secure pilots with the potential meetups to actually secure these pilots, which actually leads up to, I can't reveal exactly how many salesperson they're actually subscribing to at the moment, but they're actually using it for different mechanisms, like routing to the first available salesperson, routing to the first available community manager. So subsequently, like out of this, all of these pilots combined together, it's estimated about $79,000 in paid pilots, and subsequently it could grow to like a yearly contract of about $2 million for the whole year. So yeah, and that's the end of our slides. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sales Candy.
Thank you.
So the rate turn on intentionally, I must say, it's when we say the time is up. Thank you. Okay, coming to our judges.
Can I ask about your differentiating factor from Salesforce? Like, besides cost, I guess?
Yes, so we usually get that question, but what we do for our clients is that we actually sit in front of Salesforce. We're a lead management system that sits in front of a CRM. So let's say, for example, like one of our clients at Curtin University, they actually use Salesforce. But what they do is they use Sales Candy to basically fill the gaps that Salesforce weren't able to provide in terms of the instant routing and the trackability of the salesperson. So we add that value of that chain in front of Salesforce.
So basically, you guys are at the top of the funnel for lead gen, right?
Yes.
Okay. In fact, one of the key differentiator with any other system is we guarantee a 15% improvement in sales conversion or your money back in 60 days. Yeah, no other system in the world do that. And the similarity with Salesforce is we charge almost as high as Salesforce.
Thank you.
So this seems to suit very well for a sales organization that has a lot of people in the field. Is that the only situation? And how is that relevant to PTT, for example?
Yep. So at the moment, how we actually, if you notice so over here is, what we did was we actually catered to the Cafe Maison and the Fit Auto. So let's say, for example, when inquiries come for the Fit Auto, let's say I'm interested to get an appointment done. So what that does is Sales Candy will actually route the inquiries from the website straight down to their relevant units. So let's say, for example, if I select I prefer to have my car serviced in Bang Na, so it will only route to that auto station in Bang Na itself. So we are able to customize the routing algorithm depending how complex. It could be for 10 salesperson, it could be for 2,000 salesperson, it could be for 10,000 salesperson. So depending on the complexity of the routing algorithm, we can cater for that as well.
Any further questions? พี่กระทิงไหมครับ โอเค ไม่มีนะครับ ผมขอเสียงปรบมือให้กับทีมนี้ด้วยนะครับ Thank you very much. Sales Candy. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is number 5 already, and we are moving to education technology. This startup is founded on a team of engineer and programmer with an aim to better the education system both in Thailand and ASEAN member countries. They have been working with both schools, universities, teachers, and also students to reach the goals. So, Class Win, are you ready? Okay, come on up. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับ Class Win ครับ
Hi everyone, my name is Pipat, CEO and founder of Classwin. As we know, the big problem in our country and in many countries is the inequality in the education. The children in the city have more chance to get the best education than the children in the rural area. Sorry, we have. Okay, sorry, we have some problem about the flight. Okay, so that's why we build the classroom as a network of education that allow any student can study with any teacher in the system. And teacher can also create an online lesson, assessment, and any learning material, and then can forward to another teacher. I let you think that if teacher in the best school can create all and learning material and assign or forward to the another teacher in the rural area, what happened? We can reduce the gap of inequality and make the school are not different. Moreover, the sharing platform, we also have the class management for the teacher for free. And if teacher would like to fill the course online, we can get the payment directly. If you compare this Classwin to another platform, you will see that Classwin is set in the middle. We are a combination of the learning material system, online course marketplace, and the social network. And this is Classwin. And this is Classwin. Currently, we are working closely with PTT Digital to use Classwin as the internal training platform. And we're very proud to be the part of the learning organization. We also have the another client currently. And our revenue model is, if teacher fail the course to our system, we will charge commission 10%. And if the organization of school use Classwin as the internal network, you will charge per seat. Every time you use Classwin, learn from Classwin, you are supporting the student because we will take some part of revenue to create the free lesson for the student, to make all students have the equality to get the best education together. And this is our team, most of them are the software developer. Not only the platform, we also integrate with the deep technology like blockchain, AI, and VR very soon. Thank you.
ขอบคุณมากครับ Classwin นะฮะ Thank you so much. Coming to our judges, please.
So you're talking about the tools for education, but for the content of knowledge itself, are you going to go into developing the knowledge content in your tools as well?
Yes.
So what is your plan for that?
I'm looking to be a partner with the book publisher and looking for the set like a dream team teacher and let them build the content and provide for free for everyone.
Can you talk a bit about the pain point you're trying to solve? Because you start from the inequality of education and then you're going to this online platform for corporates.
Okay. For the first question, okay. Today, if you want to success in the entrance examination, you may need to pay a lot of money for the tutoring fee, right? But if someone can provide it for free for every student and let them can access it for free, it can help them a lot. Okay. For the second question, please.
Maybe for the first question. So if that's the case, how do you make money?
To make money for the first case, right?
Yeah, because you say somebody is doing the content and give away for free. So how do you make money?
Actually, we have a plan to sell as for the like a subject marketplace as well. So if you create the content, you may charge maybe 100 baht, 300 baht. That's it.
Oh, so you mainly focus on vocational session or subject, right? So do you have a plan to do like the whole syllabus program, like bachelor degree things like that or not?
I will work closely with the teacher and professor as well.
I mean, just one comment. I used to be a high school teacher, and then
yes. Actually, I'm a physics and mathematics teacher.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, there's this model. There's a lot of problems that you need to solve, right? There's the access to the curriculum. There's the platform and then there's the curation of the curriculum in itself. And then from your slide, I see that you are actually selling to the corporates first. Is that something you want to do, like Tom's Shoe, where you sell one shoe and give, a free course to the rural? Is that something in your plan?
It's like I work with the corporate, right, and get the money, and then we get that money for the social enterprise as well, for the student.
With that, I think maybe one comment would be work closely with NGOs that are doing like education. Don't do it by yourself, but tap on them to provide curriculum, because that will help your distribution a lot easier.
Thank you for your suggestion, but it's not only in the organization, but I try to work closely with the corporate as well for this thing.
ครับผมมีคำถามอีกไหมครับเชิญพี่กระทิงครับ
So what's more important, the content or the platform?
Sorry?
What are more important? What is more important?
The first one is we like the network, that link, or it's like a Facebook, but for the education. So everyone can come and use the feature and create the content and share to another teacher, and the student can talk and post or share everything inside with their classmates.
So it's like a network, but basically it's supply side, right? It's supply side network. You have to have a lot of teachers, right? So how many teachers do you have, and what is your plan to acquire teachers? And how do you know like they are going to be a good teachers?
Currently, we are working only for the corporate side.
Yeah, but I mean like how many like content creators? I'll say how many content creators you have, and what is your plan to?
Currently, we are talking around 10.
10.
10 in the university and the freelance as well.
And you mentioned that basically you are going to partner with the publishers.
Yes.
So you acquire the authors, right?
Yep, that's right.
So how do you know like they are gonna be like a good content creators?
Because I'm a teacher as well, so I can really understand who is the good, who is the best. Okay.
No, but I mean like someone is probably like a very very good like writers, but teaching is like pedagogical and every stuff like content, like delivery, that kind of thing as well. It's quite different skill.
Actually, I have a plan to build it by myself.
So what is the plan?
I want to make like a studio. And we build the content, and we want to make it like an entertainment, something like that.
But yes, like not all the publishers or book writer can be a good entertainer as well.
We separate the part. The first one is for the learning material, and another one is for the video, something like that. For the course online.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. มีหลาย point เหมือนกันนะครับที่ได้จากท่านคณะกรรมการเมื่อสักครู่นี้นะครับเริ่มจาก pain point นะครับรวมมาถึงสิ่งที่ทำอยู่ตอนนี้แล้วก็ยังมีอีกหลายอย่างเหมือนกันที่ต้อง develop ต่อนะครับก็เป็นกำลังใจให้นะครับ Coming next to the sixth one, ladies and gentlemen, this is a technology that uses AI to identify if a machine in factory is having a problem or is going to have a problem, and they are going to specify on decreasing the energy that is being wasted as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, the startup from Philippines, 1 watt.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Enzo from 1 Watt. We do predictive maintenance for industrial motors. But before I get into that, I'd like to introduce you all to my dad. My dad's your typical guy. He loves cold beer, trips to the hardware store, and most of all, he loves taking care of cars. In fact, he runs his own shop back home. This is our Toyota Corolla GLI from 1997. My dad has been doing maintenance on this car for the past 21 years. He's gotten so good at it that he can identify what needs to be calibrated, replaced, or fixed just by listening to the sound of the motor running. There are people like my dad who work on industrial facilities, on industrial motors that break down very frequently. 1 out of 8 industrial motors break down every year. And when they do, industries lose upwards of $250,000 per hour of downtime. And a large chunk of this time is spent identifying what exactly went wrong with the motor. And this leaves industries with 3 major problems: unplanned downtime, unproductive maintenance, and ultimately, lost revenue. At 1 Watt, we found a solution to these problems by listening. How? Well, say hello to our embedded acoustic recognition sensors, or ears for short. With ears, machine learning, and frequency analysis, we can detect and predict motor faults before they occur. And it works like this. We install the device in your facility by placing it anywhere near the motor, where it collects data and transmits it to the cloud where it's processed, and we send the relevant information back to our clients via a dashboard. We are as non-intrusive as possible. We don't even have to touch your motor, ensuring we have 0 negative effect on your production. Within minutes, you can relax knowing your facility is monitored and protected. You can view the historical status of your motors and be notified on any critical events, anytime, anywhere, web, or mobile. Globally, there are millions of industrial facilities with similar concerns. In the world, there are about 500 million motors running. And to put that into perspective, for every person in the whole of Thailand, there are about 8 motors in the world. Motor condition monitoring is a big deal, and it's worth about $3.5 billion every year. And this is exactly why our competitors are jumping into this market. Unfortunately, they don't really listen to the industry's needs. They require disruptions in production to install or to use. They only work on specific types, brands, or models of motors. And they're very expensive to implement in terms of not just money, but also time. At our introductory price of only $80 per sensor per month, you're protecting assets worth tens of thousands of dollars and preventing catastrophes worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is all made possible by our team's unique blend and our decades of expertise in engineering, management, distributed computing, data analytics, and economics, all working together towards one goal: making sure things work the way they should. We've been working in industries involved in energy, natural gas distribution and transmission, industrial maintenance, as well as manufacturing, and there are much more in the pipeline. The DNEXT program has allowed us to talk to key players in the Thai market. Normally, we install our ears in the facility, but since PTT EP requires explosion proofing, which we'll have in the next 10 months, we had to come up with an alternative solution. We used a mobile phone. It's not the ideal solution, but it was the best one given the constraints. Similarly, ENCO requested for a short-term assessment, but since ears is meant for long-term installation to give valuable results, we did the same thing and used a mobile phone. We took what we learned from the PTT EP experiment, and we were able to increase our accuracy by up 50% with our handheld solution. And we're proud to say that because of this, ENCO has requested a paid installation of our ears. Another major development is with PTT natural gas transmission. They have requested us to adapt our technology to their pipeline maintenance activities. And so there have been many developments in our journey, but we are far away from the finish line. We plan to expand to other industrial assets. In fact, we aim to be the Alexa for industries, in that whenever an industrial asset makes a sound, we'd like to be there to make sense of the noise. We're in Thailand to help build an industrial future that's more reliable, more efficient, and more lucrative. So if you're an industrial user, or if you know someone who is, please do have a chat with us. We love to listen. I'm Enzo from 1 Watt. Thank you.
Thank you so much, 1 Watt. You do love listening. เชิญพี่ต้องครับ
Can you compare your, we work with 3D signals before. Can you compare yourself with 3D signals? How your product's better?
Okay, so let me go back to the competitor slide. Based on our research with our competitors, there are 3 key things that the market wants. So again, disruptions in production. Whenever you install a device or when you install a solution to a facility, they don't want any of their processes to be affected because these are tried and tested processes that make them the most amount of money. They study it. So whenever you disrupt production, that's a big no-no for industries. We make use of intelligence as well, so we can cater to different types of industrial assets. So some of our competitors, for example, OEMs, they only cater to their own motors. We can be used on different kinds of motors. And again, we can also be adapted to different industrial assets because we make use of intelligence. And again, we're very cost effective. As you saw, it's only $80 per sensor per month.
How can you become cost effective? Can you talk a bit about your technology behind it?
Okay, so right now, our again, this is the introductory price, right? So we're very cost effective because we only make use of sensors that we make. Obviously, the sensors, they cost more than the subscription fee right now. But we do plan our commercial model should cost us way less than they do right now. And our software is our own, so we don't have to pay for any licensing or whatever that other companies may be paying for. So yeah, we're very cost effective. We really want to give an affordable solution to our market.
Can you talk a bit about reliability in terms of false positives and false negatives?
Okay, so let me just go to the slide. Okay, so we have collected over 2 terabytes worth of training data. This is for detection. And this is the accuracy that we have achieved based on our data. So this is what we've been able to achieve. This is for detection. For prediction, it's different because we make use of a couple of algorithms. The first one is this one, the fault detection, which we make use of all of the data that we've collected based on faulty motors and motors that are working well. So that's about 30,000 sounds, 16,000 of which are of faulty states. And this is the accuracy. And then for prediction, there you go. So these are the reports, the detailed reports that we can give for each motor. These are for long-term assessments, as I mentioned. So for 3 months, we'll be collecting data. If you can see in the lower middle part of the screen, there's a cluster graph. And this cluster graph does state mapping. So this big cluster in the middle, that's the normal operation mode. It's a general profile of the motor that we've been listening to. And that's the normal operating mode. If you see in the lower left a little bit, there's a smaller cluster, and those are anomalous frequencies. That's where prediction comes in. If you see any more anomalous frequencies, then you should probably check on your motor.
So a full-on question, I think anything that's less than 90% would be worrying, isn't it?
Sorry?
In terms of having the precision less than 90% would cause incidents where it shouldn't be causing incidents, for example. And is this a steady state kind of numbers, or did it happen in day one, for example, of any sort of environments?
I'm not sure if I understood the question.
Yeah, so I guess the numbers that you're showing, right, is that if it's less than 90%, it means that 1 out of 10 times you are providing the wrong information.
That's right.
And that's actually not very good, is it?
Right. When we give out predictions or detections, we always put a probability rate. So there's a probability rate that we publish next to the fault detected. So for example, bearing fault, 80% probability. That's what we give to our clients.
How many customers you currently have, and how many sensors you have sold?
Okay, so we have pilot partners in the Netherlands. For example, NG. So with NG, we'll have installed 100 of our sensors by the end of the year. And then with Gaston, we have a few. Spit, we have as well, because they are an industrial maintenance company. So they are also one of our distributors in the Netherlands.
Okay, you are using the acoustics. So in many situations, we are among the heavy machine running, so a lot of background noises. So how are you sure that you can eliminate all those noise from identifying the problem of the motor?
So EARS is equipped with noise reduction capabilities as well as a sensor array. And what that allows us to do is determine direction and reduce noise around the selected motor. So you place it anywhere near the motor. So ideally, you would place it nearest the motor that you want to monitor.
So are you going to extend this application to other kind of machines that making noise as well? Okay,
so there are many applications to this technology. So like I said, PTT, natural gas transmission, what they want to do is, so natural gas transmission, they have a lot of pipes underground, right? And so Sometimes there are some harmful activities they call third-party activities above ground, such as backhoe digging, that may be harmful for their pipelines. So what they want us to do is possibly listen to the sounds running through the pipes and sort of be able, if we can detect any of those third-party interference, then they could prevent it from happening. So that's one application that we're looking into here in Thailand.
Thank you very much. The time is up. Thank you, judges, too. ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ A big round of applause to 1 Watt, startup from the Philippines. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is a startup coming all the way from Singapore. This is keyboard intelligence for smartphone users, which make payment and online trade quick, easy, and very secure. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you HitKey.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditya, and I'm the founder and CEO of HitKey. We enable business applications within any chat platform. We were one of the finalists of last year's Monetary Authority of Singapore's FinTech Awards and are currently incubating with PayPal in Singapore. Thailand is the world's largest, or rather the fastest mobile internet economy. And users in Thailand spend a lot of time in chat platforms such as Line. So what does Line do then? So Line integrates popular functions and services within these chat platforms. Some of them include payments, taxi hailing, shopping, and fast food delivery. But we spend 5 days of the week in our workplaces. So where are the workplace applications? Why aren't they there in the chat applications? So today, workplace applications are typically optimized for desktops and for tablets. But wouldn't it be great to have this at the tap of your fingers in any chat platform, such as Line? HitKey enables just that. It enables popular business applications at the tap of your fingers and something that works seamlessly across any chat platform. And as I mentioned, the best part about HitKey's technology is the fact that it's not restricted to one single chat platform. It works in any chat platform out there. So how are we working with PTT? We are enabling the leave approval system on any chat platform. And I'm sure supervisors and managers here at PTT Group will be very happy with this. So how does this work? So employees typically would text your manager and say, boss, can you please approve my leave application? I need to go on holiday, right? So currently the process involves the managers probably going to the desktop or to the work laptop and approving the leave, right? So now with HitKey, essentially the manager can simply toggle over to the PTT keyboard, hover over to the relevant leave approval request, and lastly, just simply approve the request right there. 3 simple steps. Likewise, we are also enabling other use cases, and we can't wait to get this on the hands of all PTT employees. Thank you very much. We look forward to collaborating with PTT and introducing these unique use cases to all the employees at PTT Group. Thank you.
Thank you. I love that reply on the line you used, though. Anyway, judges, please. That was quick.
I guess the first question is how you make money.
So we deploy the app as an enterprise solution. So it's on a per device basis. So that's our business model, with a minimum of 100 devices.
So it's a license fee. Okay.
Yeah, it's on a per month license fee. Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about your traction so far?
Yeah, so we're doing POCs. I mean, we've done a POC with the Thai bank here. But back home in Singapore, we've already worked with insurance companies there and, again, financial institutions there. So we currently work with corporates, large corporates, and that's who we are working with. We've done paid POCs thus far.
So how much time is spent integrating applications into the chat, and how much of this is services driven?
So let me explain the technology itself. So the beauty about the technology is the fact that you don't need to integrate with any of these chat platforms. It's a keyboard-based interface. So this will work seamlessly within any chat platform, and you don't need to integrate with any of these platforms. So you could be on WhatsApp, you could be on Line, you could be on Facebook Messenger, it doesn't matter. You could even use this on email, for example. So it really doesn't matter which chat platform you launch the keyboard in. So does that answer your question?
I guess to be able to kind of present the applications that you are binding with the chat platform requires you, sort of reform the applications, for example. The Leaf application has a certain format, and you're reforming that into the chat platform.
Yep.
Right? So presumably you're going to have to do some sort of integration, right? Sort of, and things like that. So that's my question.
Sorry, okay. Yes, so what we do is we work closely with the client that we're working in. So for example, just to give an example, so Salesforce APIs are easily available out there. So what we can do is we can integrate any functionality through an API in this interface. So for example, with PTT Group, if you have a web service out there that can call that relevant function, we can provide the functionality within the keyboard interface.
So the follow-on question is, a lot of these applications already have their own messaging, forwarding, sharing functionality, and can already do the forwarding and sort of collaboration and process flow. Why do they need you? And what problem are you really solving?
So again, coming back to one of my slides earlier, what I'm talking about is the fact that workplace applications are typically available or are optimized for desktops and tablets. Essentially, we are bringing that experience onto your chat platforms. And we're doing that by hosting it on a keyboard-based interface. So that's what we're essentially bringing. And that's the value that we're bringing. It's essentially an interface play where we are the popular CRM providers already exist. So essentially what we're doing is getting the CRM functionality or calendar or email onto the keyboard and providing convenience to the end users. That's what we're doing.
One question, for enterprise, a lot of the concern is security, right? So in terms of I'm not familiar with keyboard interface, it seems like, how are you addressing that issues, say that, there's a security function embedded on top of that?
So typically all our deployments happen on-site. So that itself solves most of the problems. So there's no relay of any information to our servers, for example. And all of this has already been passed through cybersecurity experts. So we've taken that precaution already. We understand that corporates would typically have that concern, so we have already addressed it in our deployments thus far.
All right, if there's no more question, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Hit key. Keyboard อัจฉริยะนะครับ Next is the eighth one, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the solution that helps making it convenient for business owners to remotely manage the people and security system through your phone. And this is a startup from Malaysia introducing you to Tracker Hero. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับด้วยครับ
Hi everyone, I'm Miza from Tracker Hero. The future of mobile workforce is here. Do you agree that having to manage a mobile workforce such as physical security workers, such as guards, or a contract workers is troublesome, and some of these industries are still in dinosaur industry? Why? Because they are still using multiple isolated technology in managing their whole operation. They have to involve a lot of tech in terms of attendance, payroll, GPS, clocking, penny button communication, a lot more. That will, of course, incur a higher cost because they have to deploy a lot of tech behind that. They have no insight or control into what's happening into their operations, and of course, poor performance to their clients, and a lot more. So, what Tracker Hero provide? We provide an innovative solution that combines everything into one single apps and devices. Our device looks like this one. It's a combination of a smartphone and a walkie-talkie. It can work with a UHF or VHF communication line. We combine everything into one single app. You can actually manage your mobile workforce anywhere. with a one platform, one dashboard. You have geolocation tracking, GPS tracking, geofencing, payroll, communication, reporting, attendance, and many more. That will help the client to resolve up to double-digit cost reduction, increase customer satisfaction, and of course, we have a proven case study that just bring our brochure. We help the client to secure higher contract values to their end clients, and lastly, resolve other operational issues or challenges. They could make a data-driven decision from our platform, just instead of having lies basically on the pen and paper. So, in summary, what do we provide? We provide a tracker device, or they can actually download our apps into their own smartphone, a software alone. A hardware certificate, we have a CA-approved ROHS, and we even have a combination of hardware with IP68 or explosion-proof devices. So, our platform have evolved. We serve mainly 60% of our revenue comes from the security industries, but we have evolved to be a unified workforce platform that serves across any mobility workforce. We serve a lot of industry from security operation, facility management, oil and gas, and many more. Here's some of our list of clients and partners. As you can see, most of them from security firms, but some of them are from corporate governance and many more. Our target market, from the physical security, mobile workforce, that combine total value up to 90 billion. Here's our traction for the past years and this year. We have an order book worth 720,000, and we expected to reach our projection 1.6 million by this year. We are launching our SaaS model alone by Q4 by this end of the year. We are proud that our solution has been used to secure as a focal point for the project worth more than 120 billion. We have over 500 installation sites with over 5,000 users, and we help the client to secure up to 10 million worth of contracts. We have traction and partners across countries. This is our strategic position comparable to any other competitors from the UK, US, and China. Here's our business model. It's from the subscription. It's a freemium model, devices, and some of them are licensing a white label, and of course a support fee. So, in Thailand, we are thankful to the RISE and the PTT to provide us the opportunity here. We have a pilot case study. We have a POC with the PTT GC that we're currently engaging to see whether it can add value and replicable to any other industry, especially in the oil and gas. Here's our team members. Here's some of our awards and achievements. Media and press release. Our heroes in action. Some picture of POC with the PTT. We have done some CSR back in Malaysia. So what we're looking for, we are raising up to $500,000, and we're looking for the expansion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tracker Hero.
Can you go back to your traction slide?
Traction. Is it this one?
So 2018 projection is you're going to generate the whole year revenue of 1.6 million ringgit, right?
Yes.
So that's about 400,000 US dollar.
All right.
Yeah. So how many employees you have?
Right now, our churning rate for we have total up to 15 people. Our burn rate is around 30,000, 40,000 per month.
So basically 15 employees generating 400,000 US dollar.
Yes.
So each employee generate about 20,000 US dollar, 25,000 US dollar per year. So basically 25,000 US dollar per year dividing by 12. So basically 2,000 US dollar a month per employee.
Yep. But then of course, if you are talking about having so much employee in the company to drive the company grow, mostly because some of them are really needed in terms of very early stage in customization. But of course, once the platform is scalable across multiple industry verticals that we targeted off, most of them just will be on the supportive terms. But yeah, is that answerable to your question?
Yep.
Right.
Do you plan to be a hardware company or software company?
All right. No, we are not planning to do that. The purpose that we are offering the devices. You need to understand, especially for our very early days, our we serve to the security industry, which is a very dinosaur industry back in Malaysia. So they don't understand, and even they don't want to pay for any software at all. They just believe that everything should be free for the software. So what we propel that, we have to convince them using a hardware. So we provide them with this unique device. It will be additional features such as patrolling, clocking, the communication, everything, and then we combine with our devices. Now they are moving towards the whole software alone. Of course, our most revenue, most margin come from the software. Over 96% margin on that. Because the devices, we have to rely back to our third party. So we are not going to the hardware company. We actually is an IoT SaaS kind of company.
Can you go back to the slide on the market size?
Sure.
And talk a bit about those numbers. Those are huge numbers. And are those the amount of revenue going to security services or security software like what you're doing? So 19 billion is what, the software or the hardware or the fees that people are paying to have security guards?
Right. I would say that I would just take like maybe maybe like a few percentage of that numbers. This number drive from the source from the BIS research. So you mentioned about whether we are providing the security, the whole security suits, right?
So I guess my point is you are not providing security guards yourself, right?
Yes.
So that's not your target market.
You mean providing a physical security to the...
Yeah, so what is your 19 billion? What's in there? Does it include security guards?
No, it just for this one, it's just a total value of the hardware that for the security industry. So for the security, there's a lot like a boom gate, there's a lot of technology going into that one. If you are talking into the having the security industry, the workforce industry, it will maybe double, triple.
So what exactly is the total addressable market?
Total addressable market. I would say that this is just a rough idea. Total addressable.
Okay, go ahead.
Total addressable market for Malaysia alone, we have we believe that from the last.
So you believe or you calculate it?
Because total addressable market is from we rely heavily.
Are you trying to calculate right now?
No.
โหดมากนะครับพี่กระทิงวันนี้
ขอกาแฟได้ไหมวะ
Okay มีคำถามอีกไหมครับ Any more questions?
So can you tell me a little bit on the application for oil and gas business?
Oil and gas business, right? So for the PTT, we have actually deployed them into PTT Global Chemical for the security sectors. So for the oil and gas industry, we actually to see whether they see the value on this PTT on the security sector first before moving towards that kind of arrangement.
โอเคหมดเวลาพอดีนะครับขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ A big round of applause to Tracker Hero. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the first half of this pitching today, DNEXT Demo Day. Would like to take about 2 minutes for the judges to take a break. Would you like to, sir? Okay.
Hi everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm Alb Alexander. I'm the founder and CEO of the company. And I just want to introduce Glook Technologies to you. Basically, our expertise is on intelligent video analytics. And why do we do that? Basically, we want to solve two problems. One is basically there's no measurement for the out-of-home industry, and all the digital screens are running blind without knowing who's in front of them. All right? And the second part is that 60% of the customers don't do the intended purchases. The reason being a poor customer experience. That accounts to close to about $83 billion loss in revenue, in sales revenue. So what we do is that we deliver face demographics, face recognition, and also emotion analysis to perform analytics and also extract insights of the customers by looking at them in terms of their age, gender, and also in terms of the emotions, and also to identify their face as well. And we have filed patents in Malaysia, India, and in the US for this. And of course, by particularly doing on IVA, we develop products on analytics that is basically to get insights on emotions, age, gender, and also there are 7 common human emotions. And we use these particular emotions, the insight that we derive, to push media. That means you see a bunch of females above a certain age, we can just run media to them. In fact, today, if you're standing in front of a digital screen, the machine is just running blind. It's running in a loop. Of course, clients also want us to know what's the eyeball count at the billboards along the highways and byways. So we do a traffic count that converts it to eyeball count. And on the same track also, we have developed tech is basically for customer experience. This is for retail outlets, for banks, and also this is basically will tell you what's the customer's experience on that. And we also have to develop an application for face recognition that will help to support this particular application as well. And this is some of the videos that we have deployed in terms of analytics, media, and traffic. And this is one video this is basically at a retail outlet out in India that tells you who are the number of people coming in, how many people are coming, what's the peak times, and what is the count displayed on a real-time dashboard. And what we do, we enroll the staff so that we don't double count them as part of the customers as well. And this is in terms of market size. In terms of out of home, we're talking about close to about 42 billion US dollars. And in terms of global retail industry, is about 28 trillion US dollars. And as far as we are concerned, our focus very much into sentiment analysis. According to Tractiva, it's talking about a 3.8 billion in 2022. And at the same time also, our focus has been on item number 1, on customer experience and customer service. And of course, this is globally who our competitors are. Not many around in this locality. Why? What we rate against our competitors is we've got a higher accuracy rate. We offer a total plug-and-play solution. And all the other competitors mostly sell you SDKs. We give you an entire solution end-to-end. And basically, we do a lot of processing on the edge that accounts for very low bandwidth that saves you very much on your bandwidth cost. This is our SaaS model that we deploy at the moment. We are marketing and selling to our clients. And these are projections on our numbers. We expect 2018 to be a good year. We have a good pipeline in place at this point of time. And of course, we also have won awards as well. Best AI, deep tech, big data company in Malaysia and also in ASEAN. And we also get funded from the Malaysian government as well. And of course, this is our customer base at this point of time, both in Malaysia, Indonesia, and also in India. And this is we are in the news, both locally and internationally as well. Our team, all tech team, very experienced, and will be able to deliver the solutions that we're doing in a cutting-edge technology. And we have patents pending, as I mentioned earlier. We have market validation with sales traction. We have an end-to-end solution with plug-and-play, low bandwidth with edge device processing, and we have a team of technology experts that help us to do continuous development and also to scale. And key relationship with that, we are a partner with NVIDIA as far as IVA is concerned in the Metropolis Partner Program. We are OEM with HP, Tech Data, Gigabyte, and we are also a Malaysian MSC status company. That means we have a tax holiday for 10 years, and at the same time we can bring in a number of foreign knowledge workers. So with that, we have completed proof of concepts with PT Digital, Thai Oil, and ENCO is in progress. If you happen to just walk across where the reception is at ENCO A, ENCO B, you can have a demo of our products. And currently we're negotiating 2 projects in Bangkok as well, and also a discussion with the potential VC in Bangkok as well. And we also hired a local marketing consultant, and we are considering possibly to relocate to Thailand. And with Startup Thailand, which DNEXT was kind enough to sponsor a position for us, we are able to have 25 leads at this point of time to follow up. So with that, let's connect, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Luke. Facial recognition technology.
Yeah.
เชิญครับผม
Can you talk a bit about how your client use your products? Do they need to have a camera? Is it hardware agnostic or?
Okay, I'll just give you an example like in retail stores. All right, I'll give you an example. What we do is that we supply the end-to-end solution. That means we give them a standard 4 camera, we give them a mini tower server that runs a GPU that performs close to about 12 teraflops. So we can do what is known as multiple video processing. That means we cluster it and process it on a parallel computing basis. So it's a plug and play solution. You don't worry about the hardware or whatever. Just pay us every month. So all the upgrades we give them. So normally we lock them or for a 36-month subscription model.
Yes, how accurate is when you are talking about emotion?
Yeah.
Have you ever calibrate with the real situation?
Basically, all calibration is yes, what you said, good question. Machine learning is basically how you train a model. Your eye can only see what your brain knows. So what we do is that we have a database, a huge database, where we annotate and label images, and then basically we run models to train the machine. So in terms of accuracy, we got a pretty high accuracy. As far as gender and age is concerned, we do quite close to about 98% accuracy. Whereas in terms of emotions, we range anything between 90 to 93%. So that's the calibration that we do.
Do you have a future plan to enhance your service into the other area rather than like?
Oh yes, correct. That's a good question. At the moment, we are working with advertising companies. There are two companies that are working with this point of time. One company we are doing in terms of outdoor digital for cars. That means to say if you're driving a BMW, the ad will jump at you and say, we have a promotion for a Ferrari. Would you like to trade in a BMW? That's the message we're doing. And there's another client that we're working on. It's basically to scale up. It's using your face. It's basically if you've got any discoloration, pimples or whatever. So when you upload your image, the machine sort of gives you analysis and recommends you what the line of products that you can use. And you have to upload the images continuously over a period for results. That's one of the things we're looking at the moment.
Thank you.
There are quite a few visual recognition and analytics approaches and solutions and products out there.
Yes.
Can you talk a bit about a competitive comparison?
I think competitors is that at the moment we see a lot of visual analytics at this point of time. I think a lot of them, if you look at it, a lot of them are in facial recognition. Okay, but in terms of sentiment analysis, there are very few. So the ones that I've showed you earlier, they are in terms of the leading companies around the world that are doing sentiment analysis. That's a bit more deeper than facial. Facial has been around for the last 10 to 15 years, whereas sentiment has been around only for the last 3 or 4 years.
Is there any reason that you focused your market within the Southeast Asia region?
No, not really at the moment because of our reach. At the same time, at the moment, we're also raising funds to help us scale the market. So at the moment, we are going around South Asia and we have some opportunities in India as well. So that is where we are the market at this point of time. We are here at this particular region.
Can you go to your progress slide?
Which one?
The progress. Yeah, that one.
Here?
No, the other one.
This one?
No, the other one.
This one?
No, that's whatever.
Yeah? Which one? Progress.
Doesn't matter. No, I look at the your progress slide. It looks like all the progress are all in progress.
Which one? I think here you're looking at here.
No, not that one. But it's okay.
I
look at the progress slide. It basically like everything is all in progress. What is the real progress that you made?
Okay. All right. Hang on. I think I think what you meant is this. I think this one.
And I look at your projection and
this one.
Yeah, this one.
Oh,
and
okay.
And I look at the projection. Frankly, like in the next 4 years, you are gonna be like $3.5 million company, right?
Mm.
Yeah, and do you think it's still small? Too small?
It's too small. I think we can do better, but at the same time, we are looking at organic growth. If you have got adequate funding to support, then maybe we can scale markets faster.
So that doesn't include the funding?
No, it's not. I'm talking about organic growth here.
Okay.
Okay, very good point. Thank you so much, Gluk.
Thank you very much.
From Gluk, we're moving forward to the cybersecurity startup from South Korea. This is the system for government sectors, university, financial institution, and also other organizations as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome NP Core.
Hi everyone, my name is Cho Yu, the Assistant Marketing Manager of MPCore. MPCore is the cybersecurity company founded in 2008, based in South Korea. We are specialized in defending against APT and ransomware with our solution, Zombie Zero. Let me start with the problem we solve. Oops, all of your files has been encrypted. If you want to get your file safely, you need to pay me $300. In 2017, this message popped up to over 200,000 computers over 150 countries. Ransomware, WannaCry, you have heard about this name. And the thing is that this is just a drop in the ocean. We need to focus on the bigger trend of cybersecurity, which is APT, Advanced Persistent Threat. Hackers now are using much more advanced tools like ransomware or bootkit or keyloggers, and their attitude is very persistent. They sneak into the organization network and they wait for even several years to find their real target. And I think Asia and Thailand have to focus on this issue because they are being targeted by those kind of attacks. In 2017, hackers' time of stay in APAC network is 4,098 days, which is 5 times more than average. And Thailand, its level of cybersecurity status has been increasing over 2 years. So that is why we are here to introduce our solution, Zombie Zero. Zombie Zero is the solution which is robust and efficient way to defending against APT and ransomware. There are two features of our products. One is behavior analysis that can defend new and variant malware, and second is two-level defense. Not only defend from the network, we also defend on endpoint. This is the block diagram of our product. And inspector, the hardware is installed network, and for EDR is installed the endpoint, which is user's PC. And for EDR market is globally increasing nowadays, and our core product is Zombie Zero EDR, endpoint detection and response. In 2017, Gartner referred to MPCore as an EDR vendor with a unique functionality. Let's see the market. APT protection market, it has been growing, and in 2018, the market size is estimated to $5 billion US dollars. And since this market is very promising, there are several competitors, but MPCore has the advanced positioning strategy in terms of price competency and customization. Our team is mostly consisting of technicians, experienced specialists. Mr. Han, who is both CEO and CTO, is with me. So if you have any question, you can have a following up with him. We have partners from governments to enterprises, and we have also overseas clients based on our worldwide network. Our headquarters is located in Seoul, branch in Vietnam, and subsidiary in US. We have some distributors in Southeast Asia. But in particular, we'd like to focus on Thailand market. That's why we are participating in this DNEXT program. So through the DNEXT program, we've been matched with PTT Digital, and we've been doing POC with PTT Digital, and we are looking for the positive response with that. And thank you for listening to my presentation. And not only PTT Digital, we are expecting to meet other partners to expand our market to Thailand. Thank you.
Thank you, NPCore. เชิญกรรมการครับ
Right. Okay. When you position your company very high compared to your competitors, is that based on the income of the companies or the capabilities of your device, your software?
Yeah. Actually, it's not about technology. It's about customization. That means we can customize and develop the device depending on the customer needs, and it's also price competency. And it's about the market, not the technology. For the technology, I've already said about our technological superiority on EDR. So there's some functionality like behavior-based analysis with the sandbox in our inspector and our centric management system. So we have superior technology in EDR program.
Can you talk a bit about the price competency? How can you do that? Because it's the highest one, right?
Price competency?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you be cheaper? Yeah.
How can we, you mean the reason?
Yeah.
Okay. Because our competitors, I think competitors' prices are very high. And that's our strategy to a little bit lower down to compare to competitors. I mean, yeah. And we are the vendor. We also have manufacturing the device all ourselves. So that point we can lower our prices on that point.
Okay ครับ Any more questions from the judges ไม่มีนะครับ A big round of applause in P-Core please Thank you so much Well done Next will be a lifestyle startup from Vietnam, a lifestyle platform that connects people together through privilege offers and also services across Thailand and Vietnam right now. So let's give it up for Wise Pass ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับด้วยครับ Wise Pass นะครับ
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lam. I'm the co-founder and CEO of WisePass. It's a lifestyle platform. Usually, I would start with a problem, solutions, and how it works. But we have a video to show you first, so it's faster.
Everyone wants to have a good time, but how can you make sure to pick the right places to enjoy? Most of the time, you would search online or ask your friends for recommendations, but you may still end up having a bad time. Imagine an app which helps you out of these daily hassles and suggests the best places in town which to suit all of your tastes and demands. And make each experience your top-notch one. With WisePass, it's not a dream anymore. WisePass is a lifestyle app designed to ensure you can always have a good time. It uses AI to recommend you a specific list of places where you can enjoy every day. Starting from $300 monthly, you can enjoy a complimentary bottle of wine or spirits or a delicious meal of your choice every day. Just open the app, scan the WisePass QR code at the venue, choose your item, and enjoy. To double the fun, you also get VIP access to some events, drinks at your favorite coffee shop, free movie tickets, or even a high-quality haircut. WisePass is now available across Southeast Asia and is now expanding rapidly to the rest of the world so you can enjoy anything, anytime, anywhere.
All right. So now that you get the basic understanding of what's WisePass, because we have a lot of questions like this, we can focus today more about recommendations. We are an AI tech company, and what we do is to make sure so people can have a good time. And the way we actually do this is using machine learning. We're getting inspired actually from Netflix, where the more you use it, the more you're going to get recommendations that will fit your taste. And it's going to get better and better at that. Machine learning is actually different from Netflix in this case because what we do is to connect not content, but actually real stuff in the real world. It could be food, drinks, movies, coffee. And we rely on this framework today that I released for the first time, where we use location, the market, real time, we analyze it to make sure that whenever you're somewhere else in Bangkok, in Ho Chi Minh City, in Tokyo, we make sure that we're going to pop up the right place for your dinner tonight, a couple blocks away, and we have a free offer for the meal. So this is what we do at WisePass. Currently, the customers of WisePass are pretty much like guys, salespeople, aged between 28 and 49, and what they do with this is actually to bring the customers out. They use WisePass for business lunch, business dinner, coffee meetings as well. And these are the customer using WisePass nowadays. The way we acquire those guys is actually through Facebook online. We target them, and on LinkedIn as well. So the second way to engage with our customers is actually doing all these offline events where we can talk to them individually. Unit economics is $100, and lifetime value is $1,800 at the moment. And some people were asking if there were some direct competitors. We didn't find some, but there's MoviePass in the United States. The unit economics is like they charge $10 and you can go out and get free movie tickets, and they're actually losing $7. The difference of WisePass is people get charged $300, they use it 10 times, but we're actually making money on every subscriber we acquire. That's the difference. Traction, for the past 7 quarters, we've been growing more than 50%, and this is thanks to the great team that we've been building for the past 4 years. And so far, we have 300 venues signed up. We're running WisePass in 4 different cities across 3 countries. But today, I'd like to focus on the fact that in Q3, Thailand is our #1 market now. And this is thanks to DNEXT. The reason why is because we managed to sign with the Marriott Group exclusively in Thailand. We got a major Cineplex, and we got a major win with Citibank Thailand. They have more than 1 million customers with $10 million in points we can connect with, so we can actually let all those people come and enjoy WisePass in Thailand. Thanks to PTT, we can connect as well with Amazon Cafe, and we're discussing right now with their other brands, Fitoto. We're trying to raise $2 million for a $6 million valuation, and we're looking to grow the business to 10,000 subscribers in 10 different countries. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, WisePass. It's a lot of numbers. Judges, please. Starting from Adrian? Okay.
Yes, maybe you give us a little bit of the how you earn the benefits from your activities.
Mm-hmm. We make money from the users. We charge them $300 per month. That's actually the first source of income. Actually, behind the way we make money as well is through the brands, the liquor brands. They actually use us as a consumer engagement platform where they want to be able to know like what's the consumption right now. How can they put their brands on our app? And they would pay like $100,000 for a contract. I didn't tell this, but we closed a $100,000 contract in Vietnam for the brand Chivas, Absolute, Ballantine's, and the Glenlivet, so whiskey brands and vodka. The third way we're actually making money is actually through the venues, because we start to get a large user base. What they want is actually to do advertising, but with like a sort of like performance marketing. They want to know exactly how I spend, how I get back in excruciating details. So the way we do it is very simple. Like we start to sell next quarter a pack of push notifications, 100. So they send 100 push notifications. It's $5 for 100 push. And then they measure like how many conversions they have with the WisePass members, because when you go to the venue, you scan a QR code, and this is a conversion, this is a conversion rate, and this is 100 push notifications. Sorry.
So how do you get data to do accurate like recommendation?
There's a lot of data.
So how do you get data?
So if I can go back, yes. I can start with what we just showed here. We have a galaxy of services. Like here you go. So first is location, because like how to make sure people can have a good time is by providing the most relevant location around you. So we use the 3G, GPS, Google Maps, etc. Okay, this is the nearby me.
So basically, I have to give you access to all those information first.
Yes, and the second also is like the market. We look at all the members right now around you. What are they doing now?
So basically, it's like there should be a cold start, right? If you have like a few members around you, so basically you don't get enough information. So how much information do I need to grant in advance in order for the personalization to be very accurate, so that it will be useful enough for me to continue to use?
So you're right. So we need a lot of data and different sources. And how much is like we're talking about millions of data set. Like from
Million
different
of data
categories.
sets from where?
So it's either proprietary here, so we collect ourselves, or let's say in Thailand there's Wong Nai, I think, and they have a lot
So
of
Wong Nai
data.
give you data?
So they don't give the data, so we have to discuss with each other and see like how we can collaborate, so we can get more relevance by actually
So how
collecting
many
the data.
data point is really proprietary to you?
For now, like, I would say like we start with around like 30. And
30 data points.
Yeah.
30.
And, yeah, because it has to be real time. It has to be really specific on taste, and food it's really complicated.
So you think 30 data point is enough to make it really accurate and to be useful?
No, I think like we have to start with 30 data points, and we keep expanding as we are able to collect more data. One example I can share with you is I just flew back to Bangkok like a couple days ago, and we signed a deal with Amadeus. And Amadeus is actually a flight booking B2B platform. So now what we have to do is to collect the passport information from people. So in terms of accuracy of data is really high. We know exactly if it's man, woman, age, nationality. And it helps us to understand for food recommendation, because like in Thailand, you're gonna eat more spicy. And in other countries, maybe differently. And we analyze
Okay,
the
just
food.
quick question. Do you think like the other platform, like everyone is going to be like a lifestyle platform like as well, and they have many more data than you, like and probably like obviously much more money. How are you going to compete with them?
Sure. Can you give maybe one example?
Like you recommend food, right?
Mhm.
Like I mean like even like Lineman, Gojek, like they have like a lot of data.
Sure. I mean, Gojek will have like a lot of data on a transactional basis, first thing, and they start with a ride-hailing business, right?
I mean like in Thailand they are not going to start as ride hailing. They're going to start like Get, you know, like as lifestyle platform like immediately.
Sure. I'd say like our approach is not actually to start with like millions of users, because like it would be like very, very expensive. The second is the fact that we really think deeply about what's lifestyle, because like a lot of people use the word lifestyle, but I think it's a bad use. We think like lifestyle is to have a good time. So we start from here and we backtrack it to every single user because it's going to be different. So that's my answer.
Thank you very much Wise Pass ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ Next is number 12, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the data analytics startup from the US, Synaptic. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับด้วยครับ Synaptic นะครับ
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon. I'm the lead developer for Synaptic. We're a data analytics and visualization company. So I want to bring your focus to this picture here. So the average person creates 1.7 megabytes per second. So globally, that's around almost 20,000 terabytes a second worth of data. So this increase of data has been happening very recently, within the last decade. And you can see the next year doubles the data of the previous year. So this is data in its rawest form. Who can understand this? No one. So our solution is to, so first let me talk about the problem really quick. So the first is time. So the time spent analyzing and looking over data is just too much. It's not feasible. The second is the tools that are used to provide insights. They're not great. They're not good at all. The third is the talent. So a data scientist costs about 120,000 US dollars annually. And for companies to utilize them, it's too expensive. So our customers, they use Synaptic to save money, make money, and get better insights from the data. So this is our solution. We provide a platform where users can come in and they can, using our slick UI interface, they're able to create charts, tables, and KPIs all onto our platform to create dashboards. So in addition to visualizing your data, we also allow our users to play with your data, meaning we allow our most popular feature is our forecasting feature, meaning they're actually able to use our platform and using their historical data, they're able to predict the future data, meaning they can predict sales in the next month or the next year. Our second most popular feature is our sentiment analysis feature, and our clients use this to determine the language opinion of a text, so they can tell whether a text is good, bad, neutral. So we are not the first player in this space. This is our competitors, but we try to take the best features from our competitors and put it all into our platform. So we're an end-to-end solution. So we're targeting the global business intelligence and analytics market. They're 18.3 billion market in 2017. Our goal is to hit 25 million in revenue within the next 5 to 7 years, and we're on track to make $1 million in revenue this year for 2018. So our business model is very simple. We have the first one is a basic license fee, so that can range from 2,500 to 4,500 per month, and the second is our support, and that ranges from 1,500 all the way up to 15,000 per month for the VIP users. This is some of our customers. They range from education to retail to marketing agencies. Our customers are right now, they're all in the US and in Mexico. So we started our business February of last year, and since then we've managed to make up to about 16,000 in recurring monthly revenue. This does not include our service fees, which is about 320,000 to date. This is some of our team members. We're mainly based in New York, but we have employees from Mexico, Jordan, and India as well. So prior to joining the DNEXT program, we had 0 market presence here in Thailand. And since joining DNEXT, we've actually been able to talk to PTT Digital, we've talked to Rise, and they're able to hook us up with their connections. We're able to generate many leads and prospects as well. And we tend to start off Thailand, White Owl Digital, and Rise Innovation Week. And as a result, we're proud to say we launched a proof of concept with PTT Digital. We're working with their customer service department, and we're looking at their call center data and their customer survey data. So they asked us to see if we can find any insightful information between those 2 data points, and we're using our sentiment analysis to actually determine whether the mood or the opinion of a representative matters. Once again, if you're looking for, you need help managing big data, feel free to speak with me. This is my email, this is our website. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Coming to our judges, please.
Can you share a bit about the use case on how your clients use your product for?
Yeah. So one use case, for example, we have a retail company in Mexico. They have 3 billion in sales annually, and they have a website and they have servers. So people come to their websites and they buy clothes, watches, stuff like that. And so they asked us to look at their server data, server logs, and they asked us to see whether there's any misalignment, meaning is there anything wrong? Is there something suspicious going on? So we were able to find out that, so for example, they asked us to look if an IP address has connected from 2 locations, meaning someone logged into another account to buy clothes, etc., stuff like that. So they asked us to look at their server log data, and we were able to find, so the first thing we were able to find out was that, yes, so they have multiple users coming from different IP addresses, which is, at first, is not that uncommon. But then they asked us just to check on that. And the second point is they asked us to look at their log data, meaning, so whenever a website gets hit, a server goes down occasionally. So they asked us to use our forecasting script, and they gave us about 2 years worth of their log data, and we tried to figure out when a server would drop. And that's how we used our platform for retail specifically.
Is it fair to characterize this as more of a general, generic data analysis and warehousing platform that then you through consultation, through professional services, work with different customers to answer questions? Or am I off base there?
Yeah, so what makes us different from our competitors is that we provide end-to-end, meaning we automate every single aspect of the data lifecycle. So when the data comes in, to the reporting, to the exporting of data, we can do that automatically, which is why our clients, they tend not to leave. Once they stick with us, they realize how much faster it is than the traditional methods. And then that's why, so I wouldn't say it's more basic, I would say it's more convenient for our clients.
there's no more questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Synaptic. Number 13 of today is the online gold purchase, fintech and blockchain behind it from Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, hello gold.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roger. I'm the Managing Director of Hello Gold here in Thailand. Most people in emerging economies, mass market, keep their savings in cash, either in a bank account with little interest or actually under the mattress. In both circumstances, they're eroded by inflation in a good year or wiped out in a bad year. Traditional banks don't serve this segment with financial products because of the low customer value and the really high cost to serve but relatively low revenue. So how can the mass market in emerging economies access financial service products that meet their needs? Traditionally, one of the answers has been gold. Here in Thailand, the gold market last year was imported 76 tons of gold worth about 100 billion Thai baht. Yet 76% of people in Thailand haven't bought gold as an investment. And yet, it remains the second most interesting category for investment. So why haven't people bought gold? Typically because they have to buy physical gold products, which is a high minimum purchase price, also requiring you to go to a bricks and mortar store, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and then take the gold home to be physically stored somewhere secure. Which brings me on to Hello Gold. Hello Gold is a mass market mobile phone application that enables people to buy gold. What we do is we take pump kilo bars, 99.99% pure, and vault them down in Singapore. We digitally allocate them so that customers can buy as much or as little as they want. The gold is then held on a bailment basis, which means the customer legally owns the gold. What we do is we remove the three problems of getting access to gold. One is we make it accessible. The whole process is done through an application from setting up an account to purchasing of gold. We make it affordable from low ticket prices from as little as 10 Thai baht, and it's secure, vaulted and fully insured down in Singapore, and also with all the customer transactions recorded on the blockchain. Apologies, this is an old deck that seems to have been left with these slides. This is a version of the Thai version of the app that will be launched next month. So Hello Gold was set up in Singapore back in 2015, and we launched in Malaysia in 2017. Since then, we've had investment from FinLab, which is a joint venture of the Singapore government and UOB, and also from 500 startups. At the end of last month, we had 65,000 registered users in Malaysia. We also have a clear roadmap for development going forward, covering our product, our technology, the partners we would like to work with, the markets, and the customer segments. And what about DNEXT and Thailand? We incorporated here in Thailand back in January, and since then we've been setting up the business and creating the Thai version of the app that I briefly showed you earlier. As part of the DNEXT program, we've been completing the regulatory and compliance requirements, and also developing partnerships, working with a mobile telecoms operator, an e-wallet, a loyalty program, a major Thai bank, and of course PTT. We've also been building our Thai network, which in a country where the introduction counts for so much is an invaluable asset. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to PTT and RISE for both the opportunity, both on a personal and an organizational basis, for being part of the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello Gold. Adrian? No? เชิญกรรมการครับ
What currency you are working on?
Here in Thailand? Yep. In Thailand, customers will only purchase in Thai baht. So wherever we go in our markets, we have 5 key markets. Malaysia, where we've launched, Thailand, where we're setting up, but also Indonesia, Philippines, and China. In those markets, the customers will always only ever purchase in local currency.
Can you say a bit about traction? You've been around for about 3-4 years now. So in terms of number of investors,
yeah, so I'd say we set up at the back end of 2015, but we only really launched the product about just over a year ago in Malaysia, working with Aeon Credit, our partner. I'd say the traction has been relatively slow to start with, but we've changed our marketing approach in March, And if you can see the numbers on the slide, we've actually built traction relatively quickly since March.
Can you share a little bit about the blockchain that you're working on?
Yes, we use the Ethereum blockchain. We're using it as a way for two reasons. One is for transparency, and the second reason is for security. We figure that if all the banks, if people are trying to hack the banks, they're probably going to try and hack us. And whilst the value of the gold remains securely vaulted down in Singapore, by having the customer transactions, it means that we know exactly what the customer transactions are, and we can make sure that the customers keep their value safe.
Can you talk a bit about your go-to-market strategy?
Yeah, our go-to-market strategy is always to work with partners. We do a B2B2C model. So in Malaysia, we're working with Aeon Credit Services, and we're also working with Axiata. We're in their Boost wallet. So as you know, they have 300 million customers across Southeast Asia.
All right, thank you very much ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ Number 13, Hello Gold. Coming up next is number 14. This is a clean technology from Singapore and is managed by Buddy Innovations, specialized in polluted water treatment. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับ EcoWorth.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sawadee krap. My name is Andre, and I have left my previous well-paid corporate innovation leader role to follow my passion and bring innovative technologies like EcoWorth Tech to life. On behalf of the team, I'm going to showcase you how we unlock the potential of wastewater. EcoWorth Tech is addressing a global issue of water scarcity caused by pollution. The removal of organic waste is very costly, inefficient, and often creates additional waste. Legislation is tightening everywhere, and social responsibility programs require the use of water. So EcoWorth Tech is addressing all those issues and unlocking the potential of wastewater via turning waste into worth. We focus on two key main markets: industrial wastewater treatment and oil and gas decontamination. As you can see from the figures, both of these markets are very big, almost growing double-digit, and hence gives us a good business opportunity. In EcoWorth Tech, we have a novel patented technology that we call the carbon fiber aerogel. It's made out of a cellulosic biomass. I'm holding it here in my hand. And it looks and behaves a little bit like a sponge. It's ultra efficient in the absorbency of a wide range of organic materials, and it also has a unique capability to recuperate it via squeezing or distillation. And hence, it can turn waste into worth. Over the last 12 weeks in the DNEXT programs, we've been receiving some good tractions. So thanks so far to the organizer, to PTT Digital and RISE. We've had the chance to get exposure at Startup Thailand. We've pitched at TechBrit Ventures and CM Cement Group. And we've made contact with a couple of other corporates, of which some of you I see in the audience. With PTT especially, we've had multiple engagements across many of their subsidiaries. This overview shows which are those areas and also where we believe our technology can bring a benefit to PTT. So also I want to recognize the support we got from PTT, especially from Dr. Pep from the RTI, so thanks so much. And we've in total committed and executed 5 POCs, out of which I would like to show one result from the Sriracha Petroleum Terminal. So here the wastewater, as you can see, contains oils and suspended solids and needs to be treated to get to release limits of below 120 ppm. It's being done, as you can see here, by multiple process steps involving chemicals. And these chemicals are manually added whenever the system is malfunctioning. So we've built and brought over from Singapore a test prototype, which contains, in the video here, a simple pump, a simple solid filter, and then we've taken the material, chopped it into fine pieces, put it in a filter, and filtrated the wastewater through. And here you can see the left and right is a after and before sample. Now for the case of the Sriracha wastewater, we've been achieving a significant removal of up to 80% of contaminant removal. It's just one step without further optimization. So pretty impressive results. And as you can see, we've been able to receive far below values for release limits, which gives us high confidence, and we see benefits to potentially significantly simplify the processes that are currently being in use, and also, or eventually eliminate the chemicals being used. Ultimately, this leads not only to major cost savings, but also to sustainability benefits. EcoWorthTech is seeking for strategic partnerships in those 4 areas. So we are looking for a strong funding partner who can help us support up to $4 million to get to a commercial proposition. We're also looking for customers to use our solutions, and also a partner who help us to eventually utilize existing assets or facilities and networks to manufacture and distribute our solution. And from what I have seen, I think PTT could be a strong partner that ticks off all the 4 boxes. I've also prepared, after this pitching here, a little live demo which shows the full potential and performance of our material. So if you have time, I'm going to showcase a live video of an oil spill with the recuperation via squeezing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrea. EcoWorth เชิญท่านกรรมการเลยนะครับ
Yeah, I think we could be your potential customer or partner, because the question I have is in oil and gas production, the produced water I think contain more than biomass or organic material. It contain heavy metal elements in there too, and also other chemical that we use in production. So I'd like to know whether your sponge you have in your hand can remove those materials as well. And also I'd like to give the number of the water throughput in the one field is maybe 16 million liters a day. So scaling up of your equipment, is there any idea that can be realistic?
Okay, so as you've noticed, treatment of wastewater is very complex because it contains a lot of contaminants. Our material is not able to remove, let's say, heavy metals or kill bacteria, so we mainly focus on the removal of liquid organic materials. But these could be oils, grease, fat, and dyes. But what our material does differently than any other technology that is out there is, it removes those contaminants very highly efficient. So we've did a comparison with activated carbon and achieved an up to 100 times better results than activated carbon. And it also allows us to recuperate some of those organics, and that makes it interesting for big corporations that have also a strong benefit in corporate social responsibility programs. So if we are able to get certain organic liquids contaminants that actually have a value in itself, but not in the overall wastewater mixture out, then this means that you could not only reuse the water for other purposes, but also reuse the organics. And that is where then our solution comes in and provides the big wow. So currently we have in Singapore also conducting 2 big trials with local MNCs. One is producing industrial perfumes, so that's where we exactly are trying to get those expensive perfumes out of the wastewater. Another one is in the oil and gas industry as well. And currently we are about halfway through the scale up, so we are at about TRL 6 out of 10, and are able to treat up to a few thousand liters per day. So, and of course with the funding that we're looking for, we will be getting to a few thousand hours, probably a few thousand liters in an hour. So there's still some work to do, but so far all the results that we've been receiving are pretty promising. Does that answer your question?
Is what you're holding the product, or do you need to do more development for different kinds of applications?
So this is one type of the products. This is made with cotton, with raw cotton. It's very efficient if we absorb liquid organics that gives you an extra layer, let's say on top of water, like an oil spill. And if you see the live demo, we can actually take it out very efficiently. When it goes to a complex industrial wastewater treatment mixture where we need to filter the organics through, we have to bring it into a filter form. And here we're still developing, and hopefully we'll do that with the partner as well, of what is the right form that we bring our material into to get the best performance. And we're also looking at different other natural waste materials that we can actually reuse, because we want to have actually 2 or 3 waste to worth conversions in our total life cycle.
That's good. Would you like to see it? Can I show it to the judges, please?
Yeah, sure.
It's really soft. All right, any more questions for this one? It's really soft. It's like real cotton, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's environmentally friendly material. We don't use any chemicals. And
so you can just put in like polluted water?
Yes.
And it would just absorb everything?
So if those of you who are interested, I'm going to do a live video. So simulating an oil spill and then basically cleaning the oil out of water.
Great. We're going to have 20 minutes break after this. Let's do that outside. Okay. No more question. Thank you so much, EcoWorth. Okay. You want to take it back? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the very last but not least, this is the technology used for controlling and analyzing energy usage. Most popular among real estate sector and energy industry, BBP from Singapore. Big round of applause.
Hi there, my name is Poyan Rajamant. I'm the co-founder and CEO of BBP, and I'm going to talk about our technology that we believe can save PTT and Thailand a lot of energy. What BBP solution does, it focuses on air conditioning systems. It's by far the biggest user of energy in any building. Our solution is a control solution that can be retrofitted into any building. At the core of it is a set of algorithms that can operate equipment differently. What this algorithm does is it takes real-time data from our sensors for outdoor weather, for indoor temperature, and then decides how each piece of equipment should be running and sends actually a signal changing the speed of the equipment, reducing its energy consumption. Each system then is connected to the cloud, where we are gathering a large amount of data. That allows us to do advanced analytics and fine-tune our algorithm over time to reduce the energy consumption even more, and we can do all that without any upfront cost for our customers. We have already done this. We have customers in commercial real estate, shopping malls, hotels, offices. We have industrial customers, and we have district cooling plants as customers. And again, the uniqueness of our technology is also shown in all the awards we have won, both from the government sector and public sector private sector in Singapore. What it means is we design a digital solution for each building we enter. We take the sensors that are needed, the hardware that are needed, and we design the algorithms that are needed to run that specific equipment differently, reducing the energy consumption of that. And we can do that without any upfront cost to our customers. Our business model is to install all this without any upfront cost, and we take a portion of the savings as payment. And the amount of savings we do can be verified by an independent third party, so that's without any doubt. We have already started our journey in Thailand. We installed our solution in Narai Hotel. We have helped them save 1 million kilowatt hours annually, which is about 5 million bahts, and of course, reduce their environmental impact. We have, with the help of the RISE and PTT, started discussion with a number of organizations within PTT and also outside. We have visited them, and we have performed energy audits already. We know that for PTT HQ, we can save about 700,000 bahts annually. And for PTT ENCO, we can save about 2 million bahts annually. And we can do these without any cost to PTT. We can install our solution and take a portion of the saving as payment. So Our hope, as you see, we have customers across different sectors, brand name customers in industrial and commercial real estate. We just won a global tender beating MNCs. So we have our solution already installed in India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Taiwan, China, expanding to Philippines soon, and would love to start our work in Thailand. So do help us making Thai building smarter and help Thailand save energy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. BBP.
Can you share a bit more about your technology?
Sure. So at the core of it is a software that operates existing equipment better. Think about it. A light bulb before were on or off. Then dimmers came. Okay? Dimmers can make the light change, but you need an intelligence of telling it how much should that light dimmer be on now to have perfect lighting. We have the same solution for HVAC system. Basically a set of algorithms that run existing equipment better. We market it as a control solution, meaning together with the hardware which is needed for the software to work.
In your experience, what are some of the devices that you can save the most energy?
So we focus on air conditioning, so either big pumps, either big fans, etc. And again, we can save on average about 20%. The numbers become big. PTT numbers are actually amongst the smallest because it's an office building. For a wafer fab, we can save $1 million annually, up to $5 million annually.
I think what you are doing is really awesome, really like
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
and just can you help me understand your economic a little bit?
Sure.
So for example, like Narai Hotel, you basically help them save 2 million baht and then you get 50% cut
Yes.
of 2 million baht. So basically 1 million baht a year. So in order to be like $1 billion baht in revenue, so basically you need to get like 1,000 buildings, something like
the
that.
difference there is, again, the difference from Narai Hotel to a factory is 10 to 20 times bigger than Narai Hotel.
Gotcha.
Okay? So what we are seeing is, you're right, we are not targeting thousands and thousands of buildings. Hundreds of buildings will make $100 million revenue for us.
Okay, and then like so basically, let's say like this year you help them save like 2 million baht. Let's say like 10 million baht for a factory, and then next year, are you going to help them save again?
Yes. So normally our contracts.
So it's not like a moving, right?
Yeah. So it's basically we have normally a 5-year contract where we take a portion of the saving, and post that we take maintenance. Right now we are raising funding, and in future will be pure subscription, meaning we can take less upfront, but have an ongoing basis, and people can just say opt out, and we can remove everything.
I see. So after 5 years, basically you help them save already. It's let's say like it's fully optimized.
Yes.
So then the baseline is already very efficient.
Yes.
So then when customer want to renew your contract, you look at the new baseline because it's already safe and
So
fully optimized.
post 5 years, they go into what we call maintenance, which is remote monitoring, alarms, there is reporting, etc. Along with that. Post 5 years, people pay us to keep them optimized.
So it will be like much cheaper? Or?
Much cheaper. It's because from maybe 50% of the saving, I take maybe 20% of the saving.
I see. So basically your revenue will decline like significantly over 5 years.
That's exactly why we are going to go say, instead of 50% down to 20%, maybe we take 35%, but recurring revenue.
Gotcha.
Very good point. Thank you. More questions?
Can you elaborate more on your team? How
Sure.
many of you?
We're about 30 people right now. Absolute majority of them are in Singapore, about 25. We're building a team in Thailand. We have invested a lot in order to do things IT-based and remotely. That's why each site is pumping data to our central location right now in Singapore, where you have HVAC expert and data analytics people working together to fine-tune these algorithms over time.
Is it fair to say the main thing here is really the business model and how the customers pay for it? I mean, the other systems like the Honeywells, the smart building, they can manage, I guess, savings based on data and
I
environment.
think the business model has driven to how we function. We focus on the service side. If you're an equipment seller, your job finishes basically when the installation is done, and then you're selling maintenance. Installation is the necessary evil for us to deliver what we do, which is energy saving and continuously improving the efficiency. So right now we beat Siemens and Johnson Control in a global tender because we have such a strong, you can call it post-sales service. Okay? We have an asset management team working only on improving efficiency of our customers post-installation. Siemens and Honeywell do not have that. The majority of their work is to bring people to installation.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Thank you so much, BBP. So that's a wrap for the 15 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the teams for joining us and sharing all of the great things you have done and accomplished in the last 3 months. Now, we are going to take about 15 minutes break for the judges to calculate all of the points for all of the teams. And also, please be reminded that if any of you haven't download or scan the QR code we are going to show you on the screen right now, please use your phone for 30 seconds to take your time to vote your most favorite startup coming up here on the stage to pitch today. One of them will be the winner, and they will and that team will be the winner of the Fan Favorite Award. We are going to announce at the end of the day too. And also, coming right back after the 15 minutes break, we are going to see who will be the winner for the DNEXT award for this year. This is the very first accelerator for PTT Digital, and I cannot wait to see who's going to be the first winner. Thank you so much, and I will see you right back here in 15 minutes. Thank you. ขอต้อนรับทุกท่านนะครับกลับเข้าสู่ช่วงสุดท้ายนะครับนี่คือการประกาศรางวัลนะครับผมก่อนอื่นเลยผมขอเรียนเชิญอีกหนึ่งครั้งนะครับเรียนเชิญคุณอรวดีโพธิสาโรนะครับ Managing Director of PTT Digital ครับ3 เดือนที่ผ่านมานะครับเกิดเรื่องราวขึ้นมากมายนะครับระหว่างผู้ที่เข้าร่วมทั้ง15ทีมนะครับโอกาสนี้ผมอยากจะขอเรียนเชิญให้คุณอรวดีเป็นตัวแทนของโครงการของเรานะครับในการมอบโล่นะครับโทรฟี่ให้กับทุกทีมที่เข้าร่วมนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, this is the trophy presentation by คุณอรวดีโพธิสาโร MD of PTT Digital. So let's start with the first one, Evercom. And team members too, would you like to join us? All the team members can join your picture too. All right, the next team, get ready, okay? A big round of applause one more time. All right, looks great. The second team, can we have up app? The fabulous. That's great. I love the energy. Congratulations to you all for completing this wonderful program. Team 3 is System Stone. All right, and team number 4 is Sales Candy. Team number 5, Class Win. That's wonderful. Team 6, 1 watt. In Thai, we would go 1 watt, 1 watt. Team 7, Hit Key. This would be like Who's key? Hit key. Get more Maya. Number 8, Tracker Hero. Who's the hero? Tracker Hero. Number 9, we have Gluck. Everyone looks extra handsome today. Here we go. Team 10, NP Core. All right. Number 11, Wise Pass. That's beautiful. Look at the main camera. Number 12, Synaptic. Brandon from Bang Na. He loves it so much because it's so far away. Number 13, Hello Go. I should have had interview everyone. Number 14, EcoWorth. And number 15, BBP. Alright, thank you so much คุณอรวดีโพธิสาโรขอบคุณมากครับ เอาล่ะ เรามาถึงช่วงที่สำคัญที่สุดนะครับ coming to the very moment โอ้ถ่ายรูป1ช็อตก่อนนะฮะ everyone in the center of the stage please เชิญคุณอรวดีอีกครั้งหนึ่งนะครับ This is only the first shot. All right. If you're ready, I want the second line to please be on your ขยิงอ่ะ Can you go a little bit higher? Yes. Okay. All right. What's the word? Okay. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. อ๋อขยายออกอีกแล้วครับ อ๋อพี่ออกมาใช่ไหมฮะ อ๋อ ขอบคุณนะฮะ 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone say D. 1, 2, 3. D next. Okay. Okay, นะครับ Thank you so much. We have so many more pictures to take. Alright, thank you everyone. Thank you คุณอรวดีนะครับ เชิญคุณอรวดีนะครับ ทุกคนอยู่ตรงกลางนี้ก่อนไหม Okay. Okay, come back to the same spot, please. Next will be the award announcing. And for this session, I would like to invite the Senior Executive Vice President of Innovation and Digital of PTT, and also the Board of Director PTT Digital. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับคุณวิทยวัฒน์สวัสดิ์ชูโตครับ ท่านจะเป็นผู้มอบรางวัลใหญ่ทั้ง2รางวัลในวันนี้เลยนะครับ Thank you so much. All right. As I have just updated the vote, we are going to announce the first, which is Fan Favorite Award. Okay? And the Fan Favorite Award goes to... โอ้ตื่นเต้นมากครับ ผมตื่นเต้นมากครับตอนนี้ goes to nobody's guessing like the Oscar. No one's doing anything. Okay, let's announce up Woo! Congratulations Whitney and of course Styles for winning this award. Congratulations and thank you so much everyone for voting ขอบคุณสำหรับทุกคะแนนโหวตนะครับพูดได้เลยนะว่าความ fabulous ไม่เข้าใครออกใครนะฮะ All right thank you so much congratulations up all right he's like I knew I would get it โอเคครับผม Coming up next is the biggest award. We have been working on it for over 3 months and everyone has put all of the efforts on doing it and we are here today on this very stage and this is so important but to tell you what even if you don't get this award you guys are the best of the best we have selected from all over the region so congratulations but we're gonna have to announce the winner ผู้ชนะรางวัล DNEXT Award goes toใครดีครับไม่รู้ Congratulations BBP Woo! Are you okay?คุณหนิงล้มเป็นรอบที่ 8 แล้ววันนี้ผมไม่เชื่อว่าจริงหรือเปล่าตอนนี้ไม่รู้จริงๆนะฮะ Congratulations BVP She's been falling for the 8th time today I don't know if it's real anymoreและขอแสดงความยินดีกับผู้ชนะในรางวัล DNEXT Award Woo! Okay, can everyone join us please? And for this session, may I have all of the judges to join us on stage please? เรียนเชิญท่านกรรมการทุกท่านบนเวทีด้วยนะครับเรียนเชิญท่านกรรมการตรงกลางเลยนะครับ Thank you so much for joining us today and without all of the judges this couldn't be happening here and may I have this very session คุณหญิงจิตติพัฒนกุลชัยas our representative to please present a token of appreciation to all of the judges please with the big shiny blue paper bagเป็นของที่ระลึกจากทางโครงการ DNEXT by PTT Digital Rights นะครับที่อยากจะขอแสดงความขอบคุณกับท่านคณะกรรมการนะครับที่มาร่วมตัดสินกับเราในวันนี้นะครับร่วมชมร่วมตั้งคำถามนะครับ All of the questions are very valuable to the 15 teams and also everyone joining our event today. So thank you so much for the 6 judges on stage right now.โอเคนะครับขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยครับแสดงความขอบคุณนะครับท่านกรรมการและทุกๆภาคส่วนนะฮะ สวยงามมากเลยเดี๋ยวมองกล้องตรงกลางก่อนนะครับ please look at the camera in the center up there please คุณหนิงแถวหน้าไหมฮะคุณหนิงแถวหน้าดีกว่าโอเคขยับถัดมานิดนึงนะครับนี่คือโฉมหน้าผู้ชนะของเราในวันนี้นะครับวายมากไม่ติดเขาไม่โอเคแล้วเนาะเอาละ the main camera everyone say D D okay 1 2 3 and you go hey okay 1 2 3 hey ทันไหมครับ okay do I have to do that I'm so scared oh my god I'm doing it you guys know what to do right okay everyone start up oh my god okay that's a rehearsal when I say it you say what's up DNEXT okay and just with the hands on it can we have Ron on stage please and all of the team come on join us เชิญทีมขึ้นมาเลยนะครับทีม DNEXT นะครับผมเพราะฉะนั้นทุกคน do it together นะฮะ start up and you go what's up DNEXT remember I sort of did this thing 3 months ago and you never do it again okay when you do it you go hey with your hands up high and you freeze for like 5 seconds okay for the camera to capture the picture okayตะโกนดังๆว่า what's up DNEXT แล้วก็ freeze your hands in the air for like 5 minutes okay I mean 5 seconds alright พร้อมนะครับ cameras ready lighting ready or not ready hold onเอาละโอเคget in the zone you know what to do right start up what's up DNEXT yeah okay thank you God okay ready วิดีโอด้วยเลยนะ start up what's up DNEXT start up what's up DNEXT woo big round of applause to all of yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations to the winner and all of the team for putting your work on throughout these months. Thank you so much and we will see you next time for sure. Thank you so much for joining us today and may you have a very fabulous weekend วันนี้ขอบคุณสำหรับการติดตามนะครับท่านผู้ชมทาง Facebook Live ด้วยนี่คือ Demo Day ของ DNEXT นะครับ by PTT Digital and Rise นะครับความร่วมมือครั้งใหญ่จริงๆเดี๋ยวกลับมาพบโครงการดีๆนะครับครั้งหน้าวันนี้ผมโจชลวิทย์ลาไปก่อนสวัสดีครับ